Alrighty, welcome. It's been some time, everybody. It's been probably like, what, 2-3 weeks since I've last done a Dokkan stream? But you know, why not come back to it and do everyone's favorite and most anticipated Z-Awakening, Mr. Frieza. There is some bad news with Frieza. I did look up what his stats are for his Z-Awakening, and like, when he gets his new passive and leader quotes, know that most of it's like adding defense to Frieza. I don't know who in their right mind uses full power Frieza for defense mode, but that's another story for another day. But for now, we're going to work on that climb to get Frieza there. We're going to see for ourselves just how strong he is, because I actually have a rainbow full power Frieza. Alright, just to make this as fair as possible, I haven't touched this at all until I figured I'd start the stream. I'll go from this completely raw. I know we like it raw here and there, but sometimes you gotta keep it a little vanilla for the folks here and there. But, for what I've been told, it's the Namek Saga is what makes Frieza so, I guess not strong, but how to beat his event. So let's quickly make a Namek Saga team. From your own experiences, if you've been doing this yourself, what team exactly has been working out for you? Because, similar to how we did this last time with the Z-Awakening, I think it was Broly. We could use... No, it wasn't Broly, it was for, it was Gohan, that's right. And surprisingly, his own team worked, but like around like ranking 30-ish, or like 20 to 30-ish, you actually had to use like a completely different team, which is very different from the experiences we had back with, Super Saiyan 3 Goku the first time. It feels too easy? Well, that's interesting. We'll see how easy that is, though, as we climb the ranks, because these always start easy. That's too easy, man. And then, you know, it just sort of turns around and shoves the dildo up your ass. You're like, not that hard. What I think of Super Ending, I think it's going to be over, heavy quotes, until the movie comes out, and then we're going to have a rebooted series. Maybe not under the name of Dragon Ball Super, but Dragon Ball as a franchise isn't going anywhere. It's just Dragon Ball Super as a series is ending. That's a very, very, very specific correlation you have to remember. They would never just drop a series like Dragon Ball. Like, it's not going anywhere. They can end a series, sure, but we've had Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, what, 14 plus movies now? Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Dragon Ball Super Ultimate? Yeah, something around those lines. This is my favorite part, finding the freaking Namek Saga. Once again, there's just a whole shitload of crap in here. I think... No, that's the Ginyu Force. And the Namekians would fall under something with the Ginyu Force. That's the Giants, blah blah blah. Survey says... I know the bottom two are World Tournament Peachy Peachy Girls, so I never go to those two. Dragon Ball Super Kai? Yeah, I don't include Kai because that was just a remake of Z, basically. That was kind of falsely advertised as, like, this great new thing. When in fact, it was just like a mildly better version of Dragon Ball Z, with some slight updates here and there. Have I seriously it was... You gotta be kidding me. It was the very first slot this entire time. Wow. Okay. So then the Namekian Saga is good against him, wasn't? This was good against Gohan as well, so they're making it the same free-to-play motion? That's odd. Alright. If that's the case, I guess Gohan would probably be just as good here as he was in the previous, then. I thought for sure it'd be a different category. Alrighty, we're gonna go with, we're just gonna get a thrown together little selection, because I don't really care that much about the Namekian Saga. Frieza is physical? Yes. It's not really that many rainbows, there could be more. The kind of sucky thing is, like, a lot of people here aren't that great. Vegeta's not that great because he's an int supporter. The Ginyu Force is good because they're the Ginyu Force by themselves, you know? Why don't we just do that? That actually sounds easier. I don't think the Ginyu Force will fill up the entire... No, they will. The only thing I'd be losing is Gohan. Yeah, the rainbows, there are a lot of free-to-play guys. That's the biggest key. You know what, I'll just pop the Ginyu Force first then, because they're going to double as the Namekian and the Ginyu Force. The weaker the EZA, the weaker the buff the card is. It does feel that way, and it... So today when I looked at it, I was like, oh my god, Frieza's finally here. Like, in my head, I was like, this is going to be the most amazing transformation ever. They're going to make his passive better. He's going to be insane. It's like, people are going to be talking about this for decades to come. And it's like, Frieza now increases his defense by an additional 30%. You heard it here first, folks. 30%. Are you wet inside? No, he could do better. Oh, did we mention that his ultimate will also grant him an additional 30% defense? It's like Bandai knows how good Frieza is, and they purposely made him kinda not that great to compensate. His one aspect, though, is he does gain increased stats, and his SA goes to 15, so the multiplier does increase. So overall, Frieza does get stronger, he just gets mildly stronger. Not like, hey, I'm Super Saiyan 3 Goku, remember when I used to be a Dokkan from way back when this game started? Now I'm literally a god card. Frieza's like, I'm good! Now I'm vaguely kind of good. You could get me a hacked version? Damn, dude. A hacked version of DBZ Dokkan Battle? I don't think I can handle such a thing. You gotta be careful. People around these parts, I hear talk. And you haven't heard it from me, but there's a possibility that some people run something called the private server around here. It's a little, you know, hearsay, though. You don't want to have to go off what I just say. We did learn last time how to check the rewards. Let's actually see real quick. Nope, I can only do that, I guess, around 30. Because last time, even though Gohan ended around 30, you could keep going all the way to, like, 77. And you kept getting orb rewards out of it. If that's the same case with Frieza, I might do the same thing. Because... potential orbs? Yes. Absolutely yes. I do have to apologize in advance slightly for one thing. I planned on actually streaming all the stuff I was doing in Dragon Ball Legends. Instead, I got so addicted to the game that I just played the game all weekend long, without streaming it, without doing anything. I sort of like put myself in a bubble. That game is very PvP focused, and will also have a story element as well. But it's very different in what Dokkan was trying to do. It's going to focus more on the fact that characters aren't going to be replaced, so you're not going to have, like, 100 Gokus. Instead, you're going to have one Goku that you're training to get better and better. So every time you pull for it, you won't pull Gokus anymore. You'll pull his, like, Z-Awakening power, which just slowly makes him stronger over time. So, of course, it's still pay to win, but there aren't going to be a million versions of the cards. There's just going to be, like, one definite version of every card, and then different cards that come along past that. You only get Hercules statues past 30? Well, that sucks again. If you go... Because it kind of gives you an incentive to kind of push through these things. Like, you know... Alright, well, I hit 30, I can awaken them. Is there anything more than Hercules statues after this? If it's just more Hercules statues, why bother? Level 54 gets 10 bars of health, and I'm on that level. The problem is, I guess what I'm asking is, at 34, or 54 as you mentioned, do the rewards stop at 30, just turn the straight Hercules statues, or is there anything to get after you've awakened Frieza? You could one-shot the enemy? Yes. For the most part, that's exactly what a mod does. Aaron, I can assume you're new here. Let me let you in on a little secret. We know about mods. We've known about them for a many long time. And the thing is if you're doing a stream of this game, I could mod this. Be like, alright, today we're gonna one-shot Frieza, one-shot Frieza, one-shot Frieza. Hey, what? Oh, we should one-shot Frieza. And oh, one-shot Frieza. Do that until level 30, and then the stream ends, but it's kind of pointless. See what I'm saying? It's just like, I would do that, but why? Also, I decided to save some extra stones so we could do some rolls along the way. I'm going to tell you a funny, and I'm using the word funny quotes in here because I'm sure this has happened to you before. Do you have an alt character you ever do multi-summons on? I do. I did one multi and one alt just to see if this Turtles banner was worth it at all to try. On the very first pull, the very first multi, it pulled Turtles. And because of that, I know for a fact that this account here will not see turtles or at least take 300 stones. Can I please showcase Merlin? He's better than mods. Yeah, you can one-shot without cheating. I mean, Dokkan has their own version of Merlin now, if you really want to think about it that way. The double LR duo of Goku and Vegito, or Gogeta and Vegito, if you want to be specific, they're basically the Merlin of this game at this point. Like, during the tournament, some assholes would make, like, very strong teams that would put both of those two in it, and they have such a high HP pool that even at, like, times 30, my Broly almost struggled sometimes to kill those guys. I'm just lucky that the stat benefits that go between those two LRs isn't that great at the moment. I need to die a little because it's not a GX stream without some Rage Salt. Well, the thing is, we have to get there. We're at level 4 right now. That's actually really funny. I've actually been getting... I'm not going to call them fan letters, but I've been getting PMs and DMs on Twitter and on my Discord, and a lot of them have been like, you know, they've been nice, like, GX, we miss you and stuff, but most of them, surprisingly, have been like, GX, when are you coming back? I miss watching you rage. I miss watching you get angry. I miss watching you get upset, and I'm like, damn, I'm so touched everybody's missing me getting pissed off at everyone all the time. I knew fighting Gohan at least is going to be a pain in the ass. It looks like, from what we're seeing, is a mass amount of Super Saiyan 4 Gokus, which, to me, pretty much indicates that the teams people are using against Frieza right now is, once again, Super Strength. Because I'm guessing at the higher levels, Super Strength is once again going to be the most highly defensive option. Kind of sucks that, the new Vegeta banner isn't here, because if I could toss in Rage Vegeta as well, I could make a very strong Super Strength team. I could already do it, but... why not make it stronger? Alright, screw this. I'm just going to take a different guy. I'm not going to do this every time. Let's do... well, might as well just make a strength team then real quick, because I'm going to be using one eventually anyways. I'm going to kill off my tournament team here. This tournament team here is kind of funny. So, there was a mission reward during the tournament if you paid attention to the Japanese quote, so it was a little misreading and kind of hard to understand, but they gave you some awakening medals for using one member of the Peachy Peachy Girls, one member of the Giants, and one member of the World Tournament. Well, Piccolo actually counts as the World Tournament member and a Giant member, and the Smurfette Girl counts as a Chi-Chi Girl or whatever. She actually benefited also from the Resurrection Warrior buff, so besides Piccolo working as a double category buff, I was able to do all the World Tournament missions and still destroy people in one hit with Broly by using this team right here. It was a very complicated process. It was not fun. I did think you had to get 7 wins like that to get these medals. Alright, Super Strength. Let's turn off the category. See, I thought so too. I thought it meant a whole category, a whole clear. I thought the same thing. And then I actually fully translated and it said by using one or more. Keyword, one or more. So I'm like, will this work? So I put them all on the team. Piccolo did count as both and Smurfette counted as the third. So by using that team, all I had to win was that team specifically 7 times. And I got like 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 medals out of it. I think it was worth it. Alrighty, strength. Let's see here. Goku, Gohan, Rage, super angry, more angry than Rage Trunks, more Rage. God, I mean, they're running out of names there. Eventually, we're gonna have like a Rage Trunks. I'm sure Gogeta still shines here, especially as a Rainbow. This Bardock excels, especially as support. Ooh, I got a new one, that's right. Jiren can pop in this team too. And Jiren has that chance of stunning, but that won't work once they're immune to stun, so I guess that's kind of pointless. But for now, Jiren, pop on the squad. Let's see if this guy can still not be immune to stun for now. Bring B-Pan back. Oh, that's right. She could save her ass. I don't think we have to go that far at the moment. Like, it's still early on. Frieza still ain't gonna do shit. Level 5 and onward, so one stage. Congratulations, Jiren. You have one turn to stun them. If you can't make it, looks like it's done. They really oh, dude, yeah, they need to do a category, because they have a Super Saiyan 3 category lead, but Super Saiyan 2 is... Okay, personally, and this is my opinion, hashtag my opinion, don't freak out at me, but I think Super Saiyan 2 is cooler than Super Saiyan 3. Because it just tacks onto the 1, spikes up your hair a little bit more, and adds electricity. Well, Super Saiyan 3 kind of makes you look like a drag queen. It still looks cool, but 2 looks much cooler. Ah, that's right. Yeah, Turles has that movie category. I'll be completely honest with most of you. I haven't really tried out the movie category too much. It looks pretty good, but I still think we have much stronger categories right now. And going back to the cheat code I was talking about earlier, I have both the LR Fusion boys. Once you have those two, you're sort of set for life. I am a little amazed, though, at how many good free-to-play characters Bandai's releasing lately. I don't know if that's, like, to entice more people to come back or what's going on, but, like, the Rabana has been amazing. All of the Otherworld Tournament guys that they added have been amazing. And all you had to do for that was roll one Jiren. And even before that, that free-to-play Ginyu Force they've added. It seems like they finally got the hint that people don't want to just pay to play forever into, you know, sort of a sinking hole of debt. You can have your opinion even though it's mediocre. But how many Super Saiyan 2 units are there? Okay. John Robert, by that logic, there's a Super Saiyan 3 category. How many Super Saiyan 3s are there at this point? And know, too, that this game actually has people who have not gone Super Saiyan 2 before as it. Like, there's a Bardock in the game who's considered Super Saiyan 2. He's the support one we're using on this team. Well, Jiren, he didn't stun the guy, but unfortunately, from here on, apparently, he can't be stunned anymore, so goodbye. I'll use my new Godku, hell yeah. You know what, even better, I'll use my new Godku and my new Goku Blue. I like that even better. My god, this is almost a full team of Gokus. I could almost make this happen. Holy shit, we should do that. Alright, this super strength team is going to be nothing but Goku. Alright, there's Super Saiyan 1 Goku, so we got 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. Alright, I'll keep Gogeta for now, but I'll drop Bardock. That means I still have room for another Goku. Shit, they have Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta here, but no Super Saiyan 2 Goku. As I'm looking at his forms, they only have one of each character, so we're looking at this, they have God, they have Blue. Where's my... Do I not have Super Saiyan 3? Holy crap! I don't have Super Saiyan 3 Strength Goku, like the OG card, that's right! It's so old at this point, this account never pulled them. That's alright, we'll switch to Vegeta anyways, he's gonna be a better use in this team. Damn, my own idea was crashed down before I could even get it going with it. Sorry to check my boys real quick. I gotta make sure they're adamantly where they need to be. Alright, this guy could be a rainbow if I have his SA up, but I just don't exactly want to spend Kais on this guy at the moment. And it looks like my Super Saiyan Goku is in the same sort of space. It looks like he's only about level 2 or so. They're good enough, though. I think 75% of the dupe tree is more than adequate. If not, then... I'm sorry. Oh, speaking of Kais, by leveling Frieza here, they should be giving us some free physical Elder Kais. Or Grand Kais. Use the Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku? Wait. I guess that would count, that's right, it's still Goku. I just feel bad that I don't have the, like, OG, what used to be, like, the banner of this game, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. They used to use him for everything. It's the one where he's, like, flying at you in the screen. I remember old videos, too, of people summoning him. If you look, you could still find them. There was YouTubers you've never even heard of who were like, today we're gonna do this poll for the Super Saiyan 3 Goku came out for this game. Which, ironically, he's, like, one of the worst cards in the game now. How have I been? I'd say so-so. I've been aight. I live in Nebraska, and let me tell you, it's been nothing but freezing and snowing here. And yes, I said freezing and snowing. I know you're looking at your calendar, and it's April 10th. That can't be possible. Yeah, I know, I say the same thing every day, too. And then I walk outside, and it just freezes more. And then I hate being outside because it's just nonstop cold. And today was the first day in, like, I can't even remember, where it's like 70-something degrees out. It feels amazing. I feel amazing. So I was like, I'll stream because the cold finally stopped. 11 Kais, 30 stones, X, 5,000s. Yeah, you technically, I believe, get enough for a full completion of the tree if you don't have it already. 11 Kais, so you can't get them all the way to 15, but if you have some essays in Frieza already, it only would take you 4 Kais at that point, and then 30 extra stones. I think we'll do our first multi here when we probably hit 300 stones. That's only about 7 stones away. Also, to be a more pleasantly even number. 293 looks a little too ugly for my eyes. How the allergies been? I'd say better. Probably a lot better. I don't know. You can tell when I'm stuffed up, and I don't sound like I'm stuffed up. So, like, the last couple of streams where I sounded like a sick patient because I got mucus in my throat. Isn't that attractive? Yes, I know you want to date me now. But now that that shit's gone, I don't have to sound like a mental patient anymore. Well, that could still technically happen. It's just, I have to reach a point where I start getting mad at things. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Game Grumps, but I sort of feel like Aaron on there sometimes, where everyone's just waiting for me to rage at something. You know, Frieza just ulted me here. Did he just do the beam attack? Oh, that's because he's not in his Dokkan form yet. I was like, when did Frieza throw the Destructo Disc at me? Because this Frieza card, his Dokkan form at least, will do like a big Kamehameha-like type thing at you. Actually, he uses the beam that he uses against Goku. Because if you use the one-handed Goku against him, they use the polar opposite super attacks on each other when Goku killed Frieza, basically. I was told, though, that his special animation does change a bit. I guess I just can't see that yet. I'm just not as loud as Aaron. It's probably good. I think the difference there is, on Game Grumps, they use like a, I guess for the best term I can use here is an equalizer in their voice. So, no matter how loud they get, they stay at a current there. But if you notice how when I raise my voice there, I actually do get a bit louder, because I don't really have quite the nice equalizer they do. So if I started screaming into this mic, you're basically just getting an autistic man screaming into a mic in your ear. And that's probably not too great. I just love hearing him yell at me. Oh, it makes me so happy. I keep watching your last video when you walked out after pulling it. Oh my god. That was the weirdest damn thing. You know what? Let me show you guys this just real quick. If you weren't here for like the last stream I did a couple weeks ago, I was trying to do nothing but pull Jiren and the new Goku. Instead, I pulled... Let's see. Oh, there's even more than that. It's because they're going by leveling. If I go by character typing, it should show all of them correctly. There we are. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I want you to notice I have a Rainbow Star Angel Golden Frieza right here to my right. So knowing that outside of this first Frieza, plus the additional 4 I had to pull him, which means that's 5 Friezas immediately. There's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This account has pulled 11 goddamn Angel Golden Friezas. And I know you're like, oh my god, don't bitch about pulling such a nice card. He's great and amazing. But I mean, Did I really need 11 of them? Do you need 11 of them? Did anyone need 11 of them? No. Meanwhile, my Jiren is SA10 with 1 copy. 1 of him. Same with my Goku. It's like, wow. Yeah, I've had a lot of that. Give me one, man. I'm like, I would love to give these away. Easily. If I could, I would. I know Bandai never does it because they don't want people trading, they want people spending money, but dude, if I had the ability to give cards to get away in this game, I'd be doing it all the time for people. Like, hey, let's do a contest. Beat me in a race or something, get a brand new SSR card. Free of charge. Oh man. I'd be making everybody's dreams come true with that crap. Yeah, it would be a nice feature, but like I said, it'll never be added for the same reason I just stated. The Bandai doesn't want that because they know it will obviously be abused, and I'm using the term abuse here in quotes because they want people to struggle. They want you to be like, I can't pull this card, there's no way of getting it except for pulling by spending more money, which enables a sort of gambling addiction, sort of like psychological tick in your brain. If trading was here, there's that element that gets around it, and they don't want you to have that element to get around it, so we'll never see trading in this game. As sad as that is, that'll never happen. Do I play Roblox? No, I'm sorry. I don't have autism, so unfortunately I do not. But, a friend did get me to play Pixel Arc, which is another Minecraft clone, in the same sort of aspect that Roblox is a Minecraft clone. I did watch Donkey play Roblox once, and it was kind of funny, but to me it just seems like more of the same Minecraft clone shit. And I get that's funny to like a certain demographic, but unfortunately I'm old and I will soon probably be, I don't know, sent off to an old folks home or something along those lines, and my imagination is dead. Have I been playing Fortnite? No. I don't want to rag on the game too much because it just sounds like, hey man, don't be a hater. It is a popular game, but it's still in a bubble, and its bubble's going to burst faster than people really would like to expect, so I've just sort of remained mute on it. Like, I played it a bit, I had fun with it. It's not the next coming of Jesus everyone thinks it is. They have to understand that it's having the Minecraft effect happen to it right now. Very, very, very young children are watching it right now. There are some popular people watching it, and some people around like the teenage years, but it's mostly for very young children. And everybody and their mother is exploiting that. Every news station, everything. So I'm just letting everybody have their bubble, and then when it pops and everybody forgets about the game later this year, then, you know, we'll be on to the next big fad. It's just Fortnite had the, I guess, luck of it being a bigger fad than most fads. I wouldn't go into cultural phenomena yet, because I mean, like, Pokemon would be like a cultural phenomenon. I don't see Fortnite reaching that sort of level. I've been saying that for a month, but that's, I said a month. Or you said a month. The thing is, you have to add in for, like, how to explain this? Like, there are different levels of, like, how popular things get. PUBG was very, very popular for, I'd say, like, 4 or 5 months? And then when Fortnite started taking over its rise, it's been about like 2 to 3 months now, so it's still sort of in that honeymoon phase, if you want to call it that. So it's still fresh in people's mind, and even now, it's sort of reaching like critical mass. And what that means is, when you go so far up, you have nowhere to go from down at that point. You can't just keep going high. So we're riding the high now, but there's going to be a low, and the low is going to crash faster than normal because it's appealing mostly to children and teenagers. Now, feel free, if Fortnite at this time next year, April 10th, 2019, is for some reason the most played game in the world still then, you can come in and say that I was wrong. You can make fun of me, and you can say, haha, I told you so, until I'm blue in the face. But, like, I just don't see that happening. There's a chance, I just don't see that happening at all. I'd say 2 to 3 years is a little optimistic. I'd say at most a year, possibly 2, but 2 to 3 years, that's a little too optimistic. Do I play Xenoverse 2? I did try playing Xenoverse 2 for a while, but I can't remember if I just didn't get into it or what the deal was with it. I think the deal with Xenoverse 2 is it sort of suffers with an identity. The identity being like, now that Dragon Ball Z Fighters is here, you have people playing Fighters and you have people playing Xenoverse 2. And you're either kind of with one camp or the other camp. And since Xenoverse 2 is the older game, I guess less people are probably playing that now than Fighters, but Fighters is also a lot more difficult than Xenoverse to get into, even with its, like, intro into difficulty. Like, even myself, like, when I play Fighters, it's funny, like, I just get the shit kicked out of me constantly. Like, I know I'd have to sit down and basically, for hours and hours, day after day, get really good at the game if that was the case. So I typically log in, play Beerus, sneeze a lot, and then laugh as Beerus just keeps dropping those, like, bombs everywhere. She's like, that you! And then keeps dropping these, like, purple orbs all over the map. And that's pretty much all I know how to do in Fighter Z, is make people have a hard time, because when you're trying to do 100 combos, they'll hit one of Beerus's bombs and the combo will be interrupted. In Xenoverse 2, when I played that, it's a lot more functional, because you can't just be kind of stuck in an infinite combo from 100 to 0. There's a game called Puzzles and Dragon. I did actually play Puzzles and Dragon for a short time. I actually liked it. The problem is that's a very, very old game, and they haven't really updated their, like, the look of the game too much, because when you play it, it even feels like an older game. The only difference here is it's like, hey man, it's Puzzle and Dragon. It's a game based around, like, you know, very popular Bejeweled type games, like everything else before all the Bejeweled clones got popular. But the difference is we use characters from, like, every anime in existence, all sort of, like, guest characters. Yes, they even have DBZ characters in there. That was such a bizarre game to play. The thing is since it's so well established too, it's been around for so long, like, I was 6-7 years behind in that game, so it's like, I could start today and never catch up to anybody ever, or just not play the game. I decided to just go with not play the game. No Strength Ultimate Gohan? Right now, I'm using mostly Gokus. My idea was to make a Goku-only team, but sadly I'm missing the one Super Saiyan 3 Strength Goku in the game that could have completed my Goku team. But it looks like if I use GT clones, I might still be able to complete a Goku-only team. No one plays Dragon Ball Legends? See, that's the thing is, a lot of people were playing it, but the deal is remember, it was a closed beta, and you either had two options to get in. Either A, be invited by Bandai themselves, or B, be wise enough to use Rinzi's APK, know how to log in and actually play the game. Because I played it every hour, almost all weekend long when I wasn't at work, and I pretty much just spammed the PvP, and to me, I had a ton of fun with it, especially because I sort of learned the tricks of the game, which I'm hoping when the game actually comes out they'll fix. But if you know how to play your card, like, haha, it's a card game. If you know how to play your cards right, you can pretty much never lose. Like, a fun thing to do is if I just killed an opponent and they're switching a card, I would save a card which would be like a super attack, and the second they would appear, hit your super attack. They don't have enough time to dodge, and you can instantly kill them. And I would just wipe out player after player after player after player with this. But at some point during the beta, they had an option for free summons out because they wanted to test the summons, I guess. I didn't realize that. I guess I was sleeping. So I logged in, and all my PvP players and opponents all had maxed out limit broken characters of everybody who wasn't Raditz or some sort of event character they gave out. So, unfortunately, the end of the beta wasn't too great to me because I had to stop playing because I couldn't beat everybody with every limit broken character in the game. That's like me starting Dokkan with, you know, I did like 2 multi-summons here and there, fighting some guy who has an account like mine. Didn't end so well. But when that game comes out, I think it's going to be pretty popular. It won't overtake Dokkan, obviously. Nothing will, because of the sunken cost fallacy, but I think it has a chance to be a pretty fun game. Can you send a donation? Yes? Can I send a donation? No. I have this disease against money, unfortunately. I'm very allergic. Oh, speaking of donations and stuff, I completely spaced to mention this. I kind of thought the stuff on the left side of the screen was like a little too flashy and like all that, and I don't know. I didn't want it like to seem like, hey man, look at the left side of my screen, donate here, and all your names and etc could be here. Remember to donate, blah blah blah. It was a little too money grabby even for me, so I decided that each time I do a stream now, until I decide to make something different, I'm just gonna put a cool piece of Dragon Ball Z art I found on there. Like on Twitter, I reposted whoever posted this thing of Goku, and I thought that looked cool as hell. And I think they have every current evolution there. It starts with Goku, 2, Super Saiyan 1, 2, there's 3. Then you got Red, Blue, and there's Super Saiyan 4 up there in the corner, and Ultra Instinct in the far left, and then Master Ultra Instinct right in the top middle. I think it's a combination of different Goku arts, but it was made very well, so I figured I'd start the stream with that one. I hope it turns out to be a fun game. Well, so far it is a fun game as far as I'm aware. Alright, now for Frieza himself. I don't think we've mentioned the damn thing about fighting Frieza this entire time, because I don't think he's still at a point where he can hurt me yet. 24,000? He's getting there. He's still got some work to do, though. I haven't read the whole comment of the show. No, oh, gotcha. Sorry. Chat was moving very quickly and then it slowed down at the same time. I have that problem with trying to read many chats as it scrolls by, and I'm like, that's too fast, and it just slows down. I'm like, now it's too slow. There's never a happy medium. Oh, $2.99. All right. One more and we're there. There's a really good dupe system. If you have useless dupes, you can exchange 10 dupes for the one you want. Is that... I wouldn't consider that a really good dupe system. Because... like, by the term dupe, are you meaning, like, a max 5-star character? So you'd have to take 10 useless cards you pulled, of SSRs, to then create one dupe of another card? At a ratio of 1 to 10, I don't think that's too great. Unless you're saying something a little different than that. One of the current games I play right now, Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, has something similar. It's like every 4 weapons you get that you don't want, if you sell 4 of them, then you can limit break somebody else for 1. Oh shit, Goku countered twice. I think somebody mentioned this earlier, he countered once. Damn, 2 times in the same day. Talent beat stage 30 with the free-to-play team. Well, when we get to stage 30, we'll see how difficult that is. I can't skip the 30, unfortunately, so for now, we're just sort of like coasting. Would you say free-to-play team? Because people, for some reason, have very different ideas of what free-to-play means. Do you mean cannot be pulled in the game? Or what do you mean by free-to-play? Congratulations! Thanks, man! I didn't really try for this, but I'm getting there. Alright, we're gonna do our first summon real quick because... yeah, I want to. Now, remember I told you on that other account I pulled Turtles on the first... it was the first card of the first multi. The chances of me pulling Turtles in this multi, I would probably give me less than 2%. In fact... actually, what crap do I have to not look forward to in here? I could use Tapion. I don't have him, so actually getting him would be nice. Even though a Giant Leader isn't that great, I want him. Just to have him. Sadly, I have a Rainbow Janemba, so he's the worst, which means we'll get him, obviously. Cooler, yep, got a Rainbow of him as well. Tech Golden Frieza? I could use dupes of him for SA ups, surprisingly. And oh, I actually need Physical Broly. I could use him. And oh, shit! Tech Beerus is on this banner! God, we just... oh. Bandai just can't go a banner, without adding this shitter to it, can he? So, if you've been around this channel before, you know how me and Tech Beerus are, so prepare to see at least 11 of him. Fat Janemba and the other Tech Beerus. What a shock. I always say these things too, like, Bandai, prove me wrong. Show me that you aren't trying to screw me with another Beerus. Have you tried the Japan? No, I have not. This is the only Japanese version of the game I play besides Fate, because there's only so much Japanese I want to try to tolerate at a time. Fat Janemba. A Swan. Oh, Android 19, no. Chaozu pointing his finger at me saying, ha ha! Jaco. Oh, that's right. Only in Dokkan Battle can you have multi-summons that sometimes don't have an SSR. I still forget that's a thing. Oh, RTN. Another Chaozu. Thank God for you. Oh, another Android 19. Wow. Yep. First multi, first pull of my other account, immediate turtles. This one, not even necessar. But thank God it gave me 2 Chaozus, 2 Android 19s. What would I do without this game sometimes? I'll do another multi after another more, because it's too tempting right now to just like, alright, we have to do another multi-summon, but I know that after a shaft like that, it's just going to shaft me again. They don't take it easy with those shafts, they just go all in. There's no lube acquired, nothing. They don't ask me how I'm doing, they don't want to spoon, they don't want to cuddle, they don't want to do anything. It's just right on in there. It's like, this is really uncomfortable. They're like, yeah, you better learn to love it. It's like, okay. Alright, let's start booting up our Frieza here. Since his passive, as I mentioned, was only really defensive changes, his only actual damage output is going to come from his overall level and by increasing himself to SA 15. So I'm hoping that's at least substantial. Alright, first 5 gets him to about 16,176, and this is a full Rainbow Frieza. I don't think he would go all the way to 20,000, but I'm going to compare him to Goku real quick. Oh, that's right, because he's maxed. Like, where is my Goku? Alright, so Super Saiyan 3 has 18,111. Alright. So, I could hope that maybe Frieza gets a little bit higher. Bringing back the raw comment? Yes. I made it to the start of the stream, every stream. It never goes away. It's always raw. Oh, all he had was this SA increase. Alright. Okay, there's his actual level now. Well, Frieza, congratulations. You're gonna get the full package this time. Give you 1 Grand Kai and a bunch of other shit. If he's getting... So they max out at 140, and this is already at 130, and his attack is only... was that not even 17,000 yet? New game DB the best, this game new trash? We'll see. Like I said, both have their expectations, but... Until the game actually releases, and more people than myself and a couple of other people can play it, there isn't really much judgment to give. Honeymoon phases exist for everything. There's no escaping that. This game, Dokkan's 3 years old now, so many people will just probably bash on it just to bash on it. Which I'm sure if anybody's been following any sort of Twitter or any sort of like DB Dokkan whoever follower, I'm sure they've experienced similar things. But if you use logic, I know that's kind of hard for some people, you'll find that Dokkan's not as much trouble as people really like you to believe. As sad as this is to say, it's kind of like the EA policy. EA had Star Wars Battlefront 2 happen. All the bad press for EA, Star Wars Battlefront 2 went down. We had 2 months of everyone saying that EA is finally going to, you know, be destroyed and it's the end of EA as we know it, but if you actually look at their stock prices right now, EA is right back to where they were behind and slightly higher than before. Unfortunately, Bandai and Dokkan, they're still doing fine. I think about $4 million a day. Yeah, I don't think many people are going to let that kind of go. Hey, you guys tired of making $4 million a day? I know I am. Great. Let's ditch this thing. I didn't block because we're still at a point where he's not doing enough damage to me at the moment. I'm still kind of waiting for Frieza to kind of get to that point where I actually have to, you know, accept the consequences of my mistakes rather than just like, already hit me 30,000, whatever. Yep, he's still hitting about 6,000 base attacks, which means that our overall color advantage is still in effect. Probably around rank 15 or when he actually Dokkans himself, a lot of that will probably dissipate, but since I believe he's still in his non-Dokkan form, yeah, he's still got his first form, he still ain't doing much. Oh, that's right. Global also got that Spirit Bomb Goku LR. Man, that kind of makes me a little salty, because I would have that if my other account wasn't banned. I'm like thinking 1,000 days for this account. Well, I'm probably 600 days off or so still. And you know what's even more surprising is people have been playing Global. The version of this game that, quite honestly, treats its players worse than garbage for 1,000 days. I gotta say, those are some impressive people. I wouldn't take that kind of crap. Like, if you're a Global player and you've lasted for 1,000 days in Global, you really should reward yourself, because, damn. I think I dropped my... I didn't really drop it, I just don't play it. Because there was a point where it was just like, I don't really want to suffer through the same thing twice, so Global went out the window. I actually recently too, very surprisingly, it hasn't happened yet, but it's about to. Japan got the shaft. We're getting the Rage Vegeta banner and the Beerus banner, and it's not going to be a guaranteed SSR for us. I was a little surprised by that. I've never actually seen Japan get shafted over Global like that before. I think it's happened one time, and that was like a year ago, and I don't even remember for what reason. So I'm like, damn. That took some real balls, because the Japanese fan base and where Bandai and Natsuki are actually located, which is some Japanese headquarters, you know, in Nippon land, when they complain, they'll listen. So I'm very curious if they're going to actually realize that this is going to happen, but since it's just kind of a... not really like a Dokkan banner, it's just like a, hey, Rage Vegeta's a really cool card. You don't have to have them. They'll probably stay silent, but if there's enough backlash, and for some reason Global gets like either shafted because of it later, or somehow we get a better trade-off for it, I don't want to say I'll laugh, but I will find it kind of funny, because it's happened before. The rates are better in Japan's banner. This was factually correct for a very long time. I don't know if it's still factually correct anymore, because I believe everything's like at a base 10%, but as far as I know, I don't think Global has shown their rates yet. It was a controversy over iPhone Apple for Global, but you'd have to actually tell me if anything ever came from it. Because personally, I always felt the same thing. I felt the rates on Global have always been terrible. Like, I log in Global, I do summons, and like the one we just did on JP here, I got one multi without an SSR. Sometimes in Global, it feels like I could do like 8 without an SSR. It's like, damn, son. 400 stones. No SSRs. And then you play more current modern gacha games, it's like, damn, how are we tolerant of this? The good old days of 12% SSR rates? Well, that never really actually existed. It raised to a high for, like, specific things like the first-year anniversary banners and things like that, but whenever they hit the 10% solid rate thing, that's sort of where it ended. Something kind of to look at with that, too, and this is me kind of tinfoil hatting, but... So, a couple months ago, they made it so you basically had the current rates that we're getting from people like The Laughing Man and other sites who run rates alongside got bricked because of an introduction of Gacha. So you can only rely on what the official thing is saying to you. But we have to hope that it's always 10% because now we have to rely on the word of the game itself. And as we know, Bandai sometimes isn't exactly the most trusting, so even though it says 10%, ever since the ability to actually tell stats is gone, it may not always be 10% now, but we'll just have to see, I guess. Oh, Frieza finally transformed. The sky got dark.
Now you'll face me in my final form, which is actually called that, final form Frieza. So you made the joke correctly. But unfortunately, I also have a form past this one, called Golden Frieza. We'll just have to wait for Golden Final Form Frieza. But that'll be, you know, sometime next year, likely. The revival of F2.
I've always had this power. If I train for 4 months, I could be full power Golden Frieza. Pink Frieza? Yeah, more color changes. You guys have seen that. Okay, I want to show you this when this is over. I think people have posted this, but it was the funniest damn thing. Alright, I'm gonna look this up real quick on Yatabo. It's like a 6-second long video. Let's see. I love when I look for a YouTube video. It's like, how do I describe the name of the video? And it's like, type something in and YouTube gives you every sort of unrelevant result you could possibly think of. It's like, great. Alright, Frieza, you got 14 modes left to go. I still ain't feeling shit. I can still look over my shoulder here and not even pay attention to the video. It'd still kill you. I better experience some pain here soon or I'm gonna be mad. Alright, let's check my history. I'm sure I can find it in here. Would you like to look at tons and tons of porn? No, 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 not right now. We're doing a YouTube video. Damn it. I'm going to try by... Now let's do by date. I'd say the last 7 days. That sounds accurate. Let's go by YouTube. Diablo 3 all unique bosses. Why was I looking at Diablo 3 all unique bosses? I sometimes wonder when I look at history why I do anything. It's like, what? Was I high during this? Was I drunk? Fluffiest kittens you can think of. Fluffier than Fluffy. Yeah, that probably... I wasn't coherent when that one happened. Oh well. I'll look for it later. Harder than I thought to find. Alright, Freezy. Oh, I'm at half health. Alright, so at least you're trying now. That's a nice change. You gotta make me work for it. If I don't feel the pain, then how could I possibly die? Look at a kitten video after each SPR stream? I probably should have. Man, some of those made me mad. The problem with those too, some of those were hours long. And then we get so close to victory, right at the very end, and it's just like, nope, robbed again. And I look at the time, it's like, you've been streaming for 4 hours and 10 minutes. It's like, okay, thanks. How many stones did I use for Rose and VB? The second iteration, like the tech one and the strength one. I think it was like close to 2,000 to 3,000. If you're talking about the first one, when the physical and agility one came out, it was still a lot, but I think it was closer to 1,000 at that time. I'm still waiting for the new one to come back to any banner at all. Still waiting. I actually got kind of screwed over a bit in the tournament because, surprisingly, Strength Rose is one of the only people who actually has any sort of key links with LR Broly. And guess what? He's like one of the only cards I didn't have. I'm just like, Rose, once again, not having it, comes back to bite me in the ass. Ultra Instinct Shaggy versus... I did kind of like those Shaggy memes. Man, that's rough. I didn't get a single ult out of anybody. Alright, Goku, you know the deal. That wasn't the deal. Use Jiren? Nah, Jiren wouldn't be that great here, considering his passive is just completely mute here. And without a category lead, he'd only be getting buffs from the Strength Goku. So while he'd be strong, he just doesn't exactly have any use in my Super Saiyan, Saiyan-only led team. Try to think of like what the next thing is, because they haven't really announced like a new Dokkan of any kind. We have like EZA Frieza coming. We got Rage Vegeta and Beerus, which will be like a story mode sort of Stone Farm-ish. And since the precursor before this was the double LRs, it's like... It's kind of hard to build hype, I guess? Because even the Turtles banner was more like a, okay, we had the big celebration, the 3-year, all the crazy stuff happened, so where do we go from here? And I've been sort of waiting to see, like, what that's gonna be. So it's like, anytime, Bandai. It feels like they themselves are sort of like at the drawing board. They're like, I can't think of a good thing. What do we do? We'll add in events they've done before, like Bulma. Some random things Global doesn't have that Japan never got. That'll appease them. And Turtles. Turtles. Alright, more Turtles. But if they could shock and surprise us, it could be something I've never even heard of, or some amazing something. I mean, hell, Jiren still needs his actual Dokkan, which for some reason he didn't get, but Goku got. I'm still not exactly sure what they're doing with that. Because we got Kefla and Goku's Dokkan, and if Jiren Dokkan 2, we would have been done with that completely, but they kept Jiren's Dokkan out of it to make us wait because, you know, half the game is waiting, of course. Also, it seems like we're about due for another random LR to get thrown into a banner that'll make a lot of us angry. We had Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who came around the time of the first Goku Z-Awakening, which was a couple months ago now. So it's about that time for a new LR that none of us will have to pop into a banner. Yeah, I can actually make the YouTube comments for you and the YouTube title for every video you're going to see right now. Was he really this strong? New L, most powerful card in the game? This category, unbelievable. How much damage did he do? Could it be possible? Quote, quotation mark, question mark, question mark, quotation mark. Oh yeah. Wait, quotation mark, explanation mark, quotation mark. It's funny, when I first started making videos, I kind of used some of those videos for like an idea of how you're supposed to make YouTube titles. So most of the stuff I did was sort of like a parody on that, and I just kind of got bored with it, so I just went to make normal stuff. But almost every Dokkan video, still today, all of them will be full caps. Every single letter, full capitalization. Kind of goes to show you which sort of audience we're pandering towards. Do you have ADHD? Can you not think for yourself? Will you click on anything blindly? Well, come on down. Could this be possible? Question mark, question mark. It's funny, too, that people keep mentioning Living Ichigo, but I think the one thing this community has done correctly is sort of, like, ostracize Ichigo. Because at this point, most of the people on Twitter I hang out with are, like, the main YouTubers, or if you want to call it that. We have our own little, like, cool kid chat we like to all hang around in. And, to be honest, Ichigo, just... he's kind of used as more of a punching bag than anything. Like... people don't talk too badly about him anymore, but in the same vein that, like, a lot of us YouTubers, quotes again, I'll use that, all talk to each other in a very friendly manner, you'll notice that we never mention Ichigo in anything. We never retweet him, we never quote him, we never talk about him. There's a reason for that. He sort of lives in his own little fantasy bubble. I mean, that's not to say he didn't bring it on himself or anything, but... I think also, too, he's probably calmed down a bit, because I think the time of him going, like, on a rampage and just doing the stupidest shit imaginable has stopped. I don't know if that's because he's actually grown up, or if the fact that, I guess most of the audience just stopped caring. I mean, there's too many factors to really guess, but for the most part, I think him being a mastodon of Dokkan is kind of over with. He had top viewers on Twitch. What does top viewers mean? Like, you're gonna actually have to give me a number, because top viewers of Dokkan on Twitch is actually not that much, because people watching Dokkan Battle on Twitch at almost all times kind of varies around like 100, if that. And I don't want to, like, bash too hard on the guy, but here's another kind of funny fact if you want it. So recently, Final Fantasy Opera Omnia offered him, like, a chance to basically stream Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, the game, for them officially. They even retweeted his stream. I looked at it curiously. It was, like, capped around, like, 30, 40 viewers. I'm like, Square Enix themselves went into your fucking Twitter, retweeted the thing, did this whole sponsorship thing for 40 viewers. I'm like, congratulations, Ichigo. I'm like, I thought it was a sign of a dead channel. I don't know what the hell is. For Dokkan 200 plus, see, that's not that much. Like, let me put this in perspective. When I almost said D-Free, when The Truth did, I believe, summons for, I don't remember which banner specifically, but he, at close on YouTube, had close to 2,000 viewers. In fact, one of my own streams, it was the release of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta on Japan. At the time, I used, Lopo, whatever you would call her, Lopo Evil. I used her, what the hell do you call it? The injection server that I sometimes use. Everybody always mixes up for a private server. So, I released a video on it the exact minute that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta had come out. I capped that stream at 2,226 viewers. In fact, that's been like I've never probably reached 2,226 viewers again, but at that time, that was so many people that I was freaking blown away. And that was just YouTube alone. So someone getting 200 views on Twitch for Dokkan's pretty good, but it's not as good as you want to think. And again, that's not bashing on him. I'm just sort of like giving out a realistic fact here that 200 viewers for this game isn't that great. If you start bordering to 2,000, like The Truth did that one time, I think he's done it twice now, when he did like rolls on this, or similar like my Gogeta stream, and other streams I just don't remember, I wasn't a part of, then yeah, that's pretty damn good. I'd say anything above 1,000 is like considerably really good. I'd say 200 is what would be expected of somebody who has 150,000 subs. Like, again, that's sort of like a perspective thing. It's like you have 150,000 people sub to you, and only 200 people watch the stream. It's like, alright, great. Nano-ish, that's the thing, is like 800-ish, that sounds respectable. There's just so many factors that kind of go into it. It's like how big your channel is at the current time. If a small YouTuber goes in and does something, and they get like 1,000 views, but they only have like 2,000 subs, that's incredible for them. But if someone who has 150,000 subs streams something and only has 200 viewers or something like that, I don't know how to say that your channel might be dead politely, but your channel might be dead. Who misses the Gaming Claw old content? What exactly did he... that's right. Alex has been talking to me about some new stuff he's been doing, but I haven't really been watching it. What exactly has he been doing? Twitch streams mostly capped at 40-ish? Oh, wow, interesting. I had no idea. Twitch to me is kind of like my secondary watch. It's like, does YouTube not work for you? Well, come on down to Twitch. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, Limit Breakers, that D-Truth... Oh my god, D-Truth. I almost want to say D-Free. I have to say D-Truth. D-Truth had over 1,000 when those summons were going down. Another perspective to put into is Ichigo has been the beacon of light, quotes, of this community since Dokkan came out. The Truth had less subscribers than I did, like, 6 months ago. So not only has he surpassed me, he's also gone up to, like, thousands of viewers to stream. So in Ichigo's sort of, like, you know, ballpark there, he's basically slam-dunked him, basically hit his head over with a shovel and buried his body because Ichigo is dead on arrival. And back to the main point I was making originally, his channel's basically dead. And that's why people don't really talk about Ichigo anymore, and that's why you hear nothing about him. Damn. I think we went quite off topic on that, but that was to clear up like a bunch of points at once. And we still have not died to Frieza. Does YouTube not work? Well, that depends if you mean the platform or the business. Yeah, to be fair, YouTube has been making some really shitty decisions lately. I was trying to think in my head for a second. Like, there's kind of some reasons behind that, too, because Dokkan as streaming content doesn't really work that great for obvious reasons. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't, but someone on Twitch themselves have just sort of said, like, you know, Dokkan caps around 40 plus viewers per Twitch stream. It's because this game isn't too stream friendly all the time. It's like for hype moments. So, like, you know what I'm talking about, like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's released. You have a massive stream, you drop it on the freaking second it comes, you'll have 1,000,000,001 viewers. But if you just sort of, like, do very, I don't know, like, commonplace things or things like that, people won't watch Dokkan streams because you've seen it all before. Like, you just sort of gotta wait for the hype moment to come, hope it does well, and then kind of move on. Dokkan's sort of always been that way. You can sort of have casual streams here and there, but I mean, they're never really gonna, like, take off or do anything that great. You're never really gonna make, like, I guess, a Twitch career out of just streaming Dokkan alone. Was it my stream he came in because of it? Yes, it was. It was a stream. It's actually almost a full year old now. I still look at that stream with, like, some love in my eyes occasionally, because that was the funniest damn thing in the world. He comes into the stream and tries to prove to everybody that he's not duping stones, and then I believe they, like, banned all the duped accounts, like, a day to a week later, which proved again that he was duping the whole time, like everybody thought, so no real big freaking shock there. But he came in and tried to defend himself, and did very poorly about it. And that's, to be honest, I think the last sort of, like, conflict I've been in with Ichigo, because ever since that happened, I haven't had really to defend myself against him anymore, because everyone does it for me now. That was a fun stream, though. It was the time that Goku Jr. came out in Japan for the first time. That's right. And since then, we've had, like, in terms of free-to-play units, we've had, like, oh shit, Frieza finally beat me! Oh, finally, there we go. At last! Try Jiren? What am I trying? I mean, I can put him on the team, but there's nothing really to try. I mean, he'll be there. He'll flex. Yes, I'm Jiren. Yes, you are. Ramsell pretty much quit Dokkan after he got shafted the 30th anniversary. He did downplay his content quite a bit. I mean, the age of the game is showing, and to be fair, a lot of the things the game does are very, very anti-customer. It's kind of unfortunate, but what it says. I'm curious, and I guess people could possibly answer for this to me. Are the LRs in this banner? I would imagine so, because it's not a mainstream banner. And for 30 stones, I might do a roll on that instead. Hopefully with the hyped up yes, that means yes to this question. I'm going to assume yes. In my head, I'm going to say yes, LRs are in this banner. Does that mean I'm going to pull them? Of course not. But I like to say in my head that yes, absolutely. Also, I'm pretty sure it's a guaranteed SSR on this banner, because it's probably 3 times for 30 stones, 1 guaranteed SSR per. So at least I'm guaranteed probably trash, but at least it won't be super trash. There we go, an immediate SSR. Meta Cooler in his current form, if you Dokkan him with the medals, he's an okay in support. He's good for the Frieza family, basically. So, like, if... Ironically, with full power Frieza right now, you could use him on a team, but since the Frieza family is more of a link than a category, it's not that great, but he's okay. Opinion, Man with Eye Patch was the only Warrior of Justice in the Universe 11's Warrior of Justice Force. Oh. I thought the God of Death dude, like, who transformed into a God of Death, was pretty justice-y. Everything he said was like, justice! You know, I'll take the Strength Beers. My Strength Beers, I believe, is 3 essays away from 10. And this is one of the only old-school cards that's still pretty good in the current meta, so... in the grand scheme of things, that was an okay summon. If I had to rate it, I'd give that like a 6.6 out of 10. Yes, actually, JLX, I do remember that. That was funny. That was actually on Tapion's banner when he came out. I just pulled on his banner. I was like, alright, let's check something out. And the very first card was LR Gohan. That was pretty funny. That's why I'm not exactly too excited about pulling on non-Dokkan banners, because I'll probably never see an LR like that again. Waiting for the Waifu Vados card? I'm surprised they haven't added her yet, because you figured they brought back the Universe 6 thing already. And she wasn't really a part of it, and actually Champa himself doesn't even have a Dokkan yet either. But then here's the downside of pulling on the actual Dokkan banner. Have we seen one SSR yet? No, but it's Krillin! Damn, boy! Goku? Whoa! Yakon R Edition? Hell yeah! Nail? Woohoo! That's two goddamn multis on this banner. On the Dokkan banner without an SSR. Wow! What a great summon. Waiting for Android 21. Someone had a really cool Android 21 art this morning that they posted on Reddit, that I posted on Twitter. It's a fake card, so I even wrote bamboozled on it, but it actually looks like it could have been a Dokkan card. Stop! Now it's 50 stones. Alright. The good thing is, we're gonna have a guaranteed SSR now because the screen's gonna break. Bang! So since you shafted me out of 100 stones, this will be 150 stones, I'm gonna have to request it at least not be... Actually, if I say the card I don't want it to be, it's gonna be the card. So I want you to not be Turles. I would be really upset if you gave me Turles. And even more upset if you gave me Tapion. But I would be really, really delighted if you gave me Cooler and Janemba. So if the reverse psychology worked correctly on this, I shouldn't be shafted. That's good. Before you say that's bad, you have to remember when my first account was banned. This is one of the only Broly's in the game I don't have. So getting him now, that's good for me. I need him. For everyone else who probably has a Rainbow already, yeah, he's not that great. What's with the Krillin kicks? Damn it. Alright, so that was the only SSR. So, out of 150 stones, you've given me physical Broly. But at least, it wasn't something to shaft me completely, so I can't just bitch about it. I want to bitch about it, but I can't. Because I feel like that's kind of mean to do when I said it's not that bad. No, yeah, he's a good card, but like I said, I don't have him, so it makes it even better for me. Because I basically want this account to have every card in the game eventually, and it's getting close. It's little things like this, little nuance and little SSRs I'm missing here and there, that basically complete the collection. I might be able to just immediately... In fact, we're going to feed him some of the Grand Kais right now, because he's one of the few cards I'll actually spend those on, because his ult is great. And one of my best things about his passive is, and what makes him, at least to me, more reliable than Cooler, is if you get this Broly to a certain key level, his first and second attack are always super attacks, no matter what. That's big. Cooler is just a chance, and a lot of the more recent cards are also just chances. As far as I'm aware, Broly's one of the few people who has a guaranteed secondary additional attack, super attack additional, as long as you're above a certain key threshold. If you really want to talk about war flashbacks, when this guy came out with the original Super Vegito back in Agility, I didn't pull Vegito or this Broly in like close to 500 to 1,000 stones. But luckily, and by some sheer luck of draw, like before I was about to basically quit the game forever, I think I pulled Vegito and Broly in the exact same multi, which made me feel a little less ripped off about the damn thing. Can you farm? No, you... let's see. No, you can't because there's no... Yeah, he turns into Super Saiyan 3 Broly from that, so you can't farm him with the free-to-play card. Because it goes Broly, Super Saiyan Broly, this is called Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, and his Super Saiyan 3 is Super Saiyan 3, so they're all different names. Damn it. Alright, I'll have to farm that later then. Sometimes I get lucky, I'm like, did I farm a bunch of medals that are left over? Alright, we'll probably do another multi later, but for now, I'll take my shaft as it is, like a good boy. Let's fuck Frieza up with just a random team. I don't know. It's just feeling too generic right now with the same Goku team. I'm gonna try out one of my fusions. It's been a while. Let's see if our fusion boys can just overcome the power of Frieza. So to give me a challenge too, because at the same time... Alright, I know my fusion boys are right over here somewhere. They're typically hiding in the middle. These aren't my fusion boys, but this is my Batara boys. Alright, so I can just make this work instead. Oh, Kefla finally gets to get added to the team as well. Alright, this one should be hard to find, because remember when we were looking through these before, all we ever found was these... Yeah, I'm gonna say, finding a leader here should be a piece of cake. Everybody wants to show off their cheat codes. Alright, Freezy Pop. Let's see what you got. Which is the best 120% lead? That is not something I could probably answer at this exact second, because I don't know all of them off the top of my head at the moment. Let's see, if we go over all the 120% leads, that would be... I'm going to grab a picture of them so I have a mental image. .20% leads consist of Goku, Vegeta. I'm gonna say Goku and Vegeta are that great. I mean, they're good, but they've been overpassed. You have Super 17, he wouldn't be the best either. You have Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, who possibly could be, but he wouldn't be the best. Super Saiyan Gogeta would be the best. I would consider him the de facto best leader right now. Even with this current Gogeta here, but as a non-LR, Super Saiyan Gogeta Int would probably be the best. If you're looking specifically at Super and overall, but I'd have to add a villain one in, so the best villain would probably be... You got Janemba Strength. You got Physical Cooler, who's also pretty good. Ant Kid, who I like as well, but he also lacks Key Links, which doesn't make him that great. So in the grand scheme of things, I would say the tech one was... Broly's the worst by a long shot, so it only leaves Android 17. I wouldn't say he's that great either. I'd just say like it's a contest between Janemba and Cooler. And Janemba would probably win that out only because of what Janemba naturally does. Because the physical team you can make with Cooler is pretty damn strong, but the strength team you can make with Janemba is also equally ridiculously strong. Man, that's funny. Look at this team. Full Potara whacking away at Frieza, and they're like, we'll get him! Oh, we ain't gonna die yet. Oh, hell no, man. I'm gonna actually use my Vegeta to block. I feel like he would take less damage. If we don't get ulted, there's a good chance we could have our dudes fuse together and still beat this Frieza. Why Venku? Oh, you mean Veku? Probably didn't Dokkan them just because, you know, they're lazy and people wouldn't do it. That's the thing, is like they're both very strong. And I'm thinking like the most optimal, so I think Janemba would probably slightly overpass Cooler, just like ever so slightly. Well, he has to ult me. That's the thing, is he won't kill me unless he ults me. If our Vegito ever lets him get a chance. Ult 1, ult 2. Oh, god damn, boy! He wants a piece of that booty. Didn't I just tell you not to ult me, Frieza? Alright, so we are at a point where little goofy teams like this will still get walloped. I was just curious. Woo, baby. Alright, that one guy wanted to see Janemba, or not Janemba. Why the fuck the Janemba's on the brain? He wanted to see Jiren in this team, so we'll throw Jiren in here. Unfortunately, it's not going to be as great as you're thinking. He'll be there, but he ain't going to do much. Let's duck out. I'm going to duck out my Super Saiyan Blue just because I think Super Saiyan God form, his art looks amazing, man. He saved you? Alright, well let's see if he saves me. Share the love. One advantage of this too is if you have Super Saiyan 1 Goku, you see the far right there with the a red aura going around him. He's actually getting additional buffs against the Frieza because he also consists of the Namek Saga. So with the hardest hitters as this goes further up the list, that Goku's pretty much probably the hardest hitter of all the strength users in that context. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan Vegeta, EZA, Gohan, Super Saiyan Goku, Jiren, Super Saiyan Goku. Oh, we could use a much better team than this easily. I'm just rocking the Gokus at the moment. Without Janemba? Well, of course without him. You can say that about anybody's lead in the game. Without the lead, they're not that great. I'm gonna check out Jiren again. I don't actually quite remember what he does beyond his passive. The Invincible Myth of Universe 11. God damn, quite the title. Attack and defense plus 120%. Now that's, yeah, pretty good here, especially for that part of the passive. And since that won't actually be affected, I could see how that was helping you a bit. One thing to look at with fighting these twos is because Frieza becomes immune to everything, you gotta focus more on actually buffing yourself up with supporters rather than trying to debuff him, because you can't debuff him. When we first made the team, I mentioned Super Saiyan 2 Bardock. Like, that's a good reason, because his overall passive just grants everybody current an additional 30% strength just for being on the team, as long as you're, like, above a certain HP threshold. So, like as the guy mentioned earlier with Jiren, since Jiren buffs himself by 120% for his attack and defense, that means Jiren's going to actually be pretty effective. And I would also use Jiren the block here, but since this Goku is affected by the Namek Saga and all that other buffs, he'll take practically no damage here. Probably even less than Jiren, so I'm going to have him intercept it all. What justice. Yeah, my Jiren's at SA10. He was... Almost immediately I did that. I was like, I want Jiren SA10. And Frieza Pop is out of here. Yeah, I want Super Saiyan Rose too. The villain one, the extreme strength one, very much badly so. Very, very badly. Go to the next level. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll still fine for now. I can swap him. That doesn't mean I'm going to. Like I said, I'm still rocking my Gokus for now. Just because I can do something doesn't mean I'm going to do something. You could. Like, I don't know. Expose yourself naked and stream it for YouTube. I could do that. That doesn't mean I'm going to do that. I could do a lot of things. Alright, here's actually a good chance to see if Jiren will block a decent amount of damage. Use an Ent team for this? Yeah, of course. What was I thinking? Yeah, 22,000 blocks, that's not bad at all, because most of these guys were taking about 60,000 hits. That may have been through ults, though. We'll see on Gogeta. Yeah, that's actually really good, because my Gogeta's a rainbow. He has massive stats, and the fact that Jiren's taking less damage than that means his passive is helping overall. Global reset, time to get your shaft tickets. What's Global doing some ticket thing? That's never a good thing. Global and tickets go hand in hand, but that typically means bad things for everybody. Yep, and as I thought, Super Saiyan 1's taking far less damage because he intercepted an ultimate for only 31,000. 1,000-day banner? Oh yeah, that was the thing, wasn't it? Sadly, since I can't pull LR Goku, I mean, I'm just kind of like, cool! After this fight here, I'll try to log in my global real quick, because I actually think it's on this Nox player. It's the second half of the 1,000. Okay, gotcha. I'm trying to think back to what even the 1,000 celebration was on it, because I know it was all about getting the LR Goku. I think Gohan came out the same time too, didn't he? Because that was when Super Battle Road was all released at the same time, I thought. Because Gohan was 60 or 7, no, he was 70%, and you could get him for free, quotes, because now we know how strong Super Battle Road really actually is, and you could get Goku, but you had to have 1,000 days to get him released, so I don't remember what was actually on the banner itself, because both of them were actually farmable cards. Dokkan Festival ticket banner, 120 before? That's not too bad, then. If you actually get something. What card do I want to see in Dokkan? More cauliflowers, because I kid you not, man, she's baiting me. Cauliflower, like, saves me from so much crap all the time in this game. Like, that dodge mechanic they seem to strictly give the cauliflower more people need. Alright. Let me see if I have this global here still. I'll log in and grab a ticket. I'm curious. Nope, I haven't downloaded for Renzi yet, so screw that. So next time someone asks me if I play Global, remember the time, and remember to mention to them too that I did try to log into it one time. I did give it the best effort I could, I tried. I did everything I could, but it just would not open. It was unfortunately that day that I had to just kill Global, put it down. The download's too long? It's actually much faster than JP's, because you gotta remember Global servers would technically be closer to us than Japan's would. You know, one of you guys, if you're not busy, you could do me a favor. Somebody mentioned that Talon beat this Frieza at 30 with a free-to-play team. Can you go tell me what that free-to-play team was? Because I'm curious of trying it myself. Much like Cell's Awakening, the tournament team is a special. They need to do some love for Cell, man. The amount of disrespect Perfect Cell gets in this game is unacceptable. That dude is the perfect weapon. He said it himself. Many times. Many times. He used an LR Goku friend? Did he use one himself or just a friend? I'm guessing with probably the Gohan leader himself, the little kid Gohan. Oh, Frieza, you're getting rocked, baby. It's 25. It always typically be, it's the magic number every time. It's 25. Everything past that's just like, all right, we're done pussyfooting around. We're bringing it now.
Attaboy.
How am I doing today? I'd still say pretty good. It's getting dark outside, so less good now, because that beautiful sun that like I've been feeling on me is like going away, and I'm just like, come back to me, man. Roshi, B-Pan, Vegeta TUR, EZA Gohan, LR Frieza, and Jace. Thank you, CJ Cowbury. I'm gonna copy that real quick. And when we get there, we're gonna try that ourselves.
Never don't need to be. Oh, soon you will face me more powerful than you could ever dream. The time for talk is over. You have disgraced my family.
Too many clouds for me to see the sun? Oh, that's embrace my inner darkness. I see it too much. I work in the night. When the sun's actually out and not being intercepted by the clouds, as somebody just mentioned, it's a very nice feeling, especially when it's not cold. LR magnet? Somehow I don't feel like that's accurate. I wish one of us was an LR magnet.
Man, that guy's such a chick magnet. I know, but have you seen this guy? He's an LR magnet. Someone says that he once pulled 2 LRs in the same multi. Dude, what?
Yeah, I'd be more jealous of that too, honestly.
I had a threesome. Yeah, that's pretty cool and all, but that guy pulled 2 LRs in the same multi. Dude.
But finding a friend LR Goku ain't that hard. They're everywhere. Even in Japan, because it's still the best free-to-play LR... not free-to-play LR, but free-to-play, all-around 100% sharing card, whatever the hell you want to call it. All stats. You either got the Masked Saiyan, who can work at 70%, you can have Gohan, and that's pretty much all you got. And since Goku himself goes to 100%, there's no better than him. So in terms of free-to-play LR card, he has his points. He's still very damn good.
Ping pong slot machine. Ding 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 ding.
Still a little lazy to them. I don't think they changed his SA animation. It's still pretty much the same. 50 days to get him on global? Damn. Like I said, some of you people who almost have 1,000 days on global really should be proud of yourselves, because I don't know how you do it. It's 2 a.m. there? Damn, well, it's 7 p.m. here. Unfortunately, the time zones are actually working in my favor for once. Because it's kind of the reverse. People ask me, what time is it there? It's like 4 p.m. here. It's the middle of the day. I'm like, it's 3 a.m. I'm like, oh. I'm here to moderate your chat. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I love Johan. I still don't know who the hell you are, Johan. And I don't know when you showed up. But every time, I've like almost started to like enjoy showing you appear just for you to say that.
Bam! I need to generate your chat. Stand back.
I'm actually considering this. I don't want to do it because if I give a moderator, everyone's going to keep asking me again if I'll give the moderator. I've been pretty strict about not giving moderator to anybody. And if you've been to this stream often, you know how much that gets asked all the fucking time. But I don't know, I feel like Johan solely earned it over time. Please do not give me moderator. Yeah, if only that easy. Oh. Just wait. I'm trying to think, like, the next banner that drops or whatever, I'll do a stream then so you can see what this place looks like when it gets super crowded. And just pay attention to the chat. They typically get lost in the wave of bullshit, but there's always at least 20 people. And I'm not exaggerating. At least 20. I'd be like, hey man, can I moderate your chat? And it's just like, I've never seen you before. I don't know who you are, your name, or why you're even here. Besides probably to watch me summon on Dokkan or something, but it's like, yeah, of course, I've known you for 10 seconds. Here's moderator. I should mod Ranmert in my Discord. Who the hell is Ranmert? So many moderators, so little time. I should just create a bot that's just nothing but a pure Nazi. I'll make him the only moderator. I'll just make trigger words that'll ban you at random, but I won't tell people what they are. They'll just be the most random shit. It'll be like an episode of Futurama where they put a bomb in Futurama or in Bender's ass, and it'll go off if he said one of his top 10 most frequently used words, but then they changed it to be his top 10 least frequently used words. I'll do something similar. So you'll get banned randomly if you say a word. So to just make people caution what they say in general. Actually, let's put Vegeta there. Frieza's hitting enough now where one ult could possibly mean death. I'm doing it for the memes. See? True class act. Johan comes here to mod for the chat and then does it for the memes. That's all I can ask of anybody, honestly. Oh, new SSR. Thanks, tickets. Oh, Super Saiyan 1 animation. Great. That's life for you. What is the last SSR most of you guys have gotten? The very last one, no matter what it is. It can be crappy or not. Tech, PyCon, and Global? Yeah, life does come at you fast. I'm sorry about that. Super Saiyan... Wait, really? That's... Damn, that's kind of weird. Remember earlier I said Super Saiyan 3 Strength Goku was the only card I need on here to create the full Strength Goku team? And then you pulled him. That's... Damn. That was some good chances. Physical Black? Physical Black, man, I'm sorry about that. Physical Black may as well be the embodiment of, like, the card you never want to pull on banners anymore. Introverted triggers or words? Oh, I do. You got a dupe cooler last night? Well, that's good. Physical cooler can be amazing. He is amazing if you don't have a rainbowed out. Tech Super Saiyan Vegeta with the nuking passive? Yeah, that once again is a card you never want to see, because not only is nuking dead in this game, that Vegeta's next to worthless. Entmai has 1 point, and it's kind of for, like, Super Battle Road points, so she has a purpose. It's just not many purposes. Strength God Goku? Now that's a good card, obviously, because he just got Dokkaned on JP. His Dokkan looks incredible, his art looks incredible, and he still turns people into a pinball machine. Proto Arthur. And Sub was apparently still playing Fate. I'm actually kind of jealous if you got Proto Arthur. Let's not waste the ult on Vegeta. Vegeta doesn't need ults here, because he can't stun. He hits like a mouse anyways. Alright, see what else we got. Tech tapping onto the turtle banners just now. That, surprisingly, is a good card. The weirdest way to say this is Tech tapping on, in a way, is actually kind of better than his agility counterpart. All of his agility counterpart offers is him being the giant lead. Unfortunately, the giant leader doesn't mean shit because all the giant leads are terrible. So, in a way, since he's kind of like the free-to-play, not the free-to-play alternative, but like the lesser alternative, he's actually better than the agility one in some ways, so that was a good pull. Warning, Frieza is physical like my dad after a long night at the bar. Dupe Tech Super Saiyan 3 Goku Angel? Well, that for sure is good. If I have to explain why, then I just don't want to. Let's just put it that way. It should be obvious why. I'm gonna watch your stream when you upload it on your YouTube channel. Okay. Thank you, Nathaniel. I'm not gonna watch this now, but later. I'll TiVo you. Thanks! How good is Rainbow Agility Dragon Ball Kid Great 8 Goku? Well, if you're talking about, let's see, Agility Dragon Ball Kid Great 8 Goku, which would be the icon that I use for my YouTube channel, because I think he has some of the best art in the entire game, so unfortunately I have to be a little bit biased here. So, I'm going to have to say, since I use him as an icon, he's the best card in the game. Am I lying to you? Probably. Will you ever know that I'm lying to you? Probably not. Global Strength Janemba, JP Mass Saiyan. Full form Frieza. My god, Dabke, that's actually some decent pulls overall. Especially the Strength Janemba. Master Saiyan's still great. Full form Frieza's great for what he is. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is the best tanker in the entire game still. And a stunner, if the game allows for it. The only shit pull in that is... Wait, physical C17? I don't know what the hell... Do you mean Android 17 or physical cooler? Int Beerus? I don't actually know how good he is right now. I know he's on the banner with Rage Vegeta. But Rage Vegeta was kind of the candy to get off the banner. I think Int Vegeta or Int Beerus is okay. But since I really only play Japan and have never had a chance to play Int Beerus, I can't really give any say on that. Damn. Alright, so... I think I hit everybody who pulled their card. But if you would like some information on the other card, feel free to ask. I'm feeling like I'm in a giving mood. Also, why did I use... Wait. I think I'll be okay. If Jiren does enough damage, I can kill it before he gets the Goku. Alright, Jiren, blast him away. That's right, flex on him. Alright, that's good though. Jiren took the old... Ow. Come on, baby, my Goku's rainbow. Unless that's my friend Goku. It is Goku. I swear to... Look at his health, Goku! What? You piece of shit. What? For what reason? You think you could have done enough just to maybe finish him off? Nah, let's leave him with a fraction of a health. Well, there's my first legitimate loss. The other one was just us jacking around waiting to lose. I'll do a pull real quick to wipe away my stress and sorrows. Yes, I'm using a multi-summon to wipe away my stress and sorrows. You may ask yourself, that seems like a bad reason because you won't pull anything. And I'll tell you, yes. Oh, that wasn't a rainbow. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh, thank God. That was almost a rainbow, a non-rainbow base Saiyan, which would mean a guaranteed fail multi-summon. If that happened, I would have just stopped the stream right now. Everyone's going home. Who is that? Wait. Hey! Awesome! It's not Turtles, but I don't have them, so now I can make a giant team. Hooray. I might try that one time, just for fun, because I think I actually have every giant character in the game. And now that I have their lead, I could make a semi-optional team, and what is with the freaking Agility Janembas? Oh, 2 SSO. Oh, that's right, Trunks. I didn't need him at all, but thanks. You know what? I'm gonna look at that Tapion real quick. Oh, crap. Oops. I had my chat stopped at scrolling, no wonder. I have to scroll all the way to the bottom. I apologize. Hi, I'm new. Hi, I'm new. Hi, 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 hi. Hello, hello, hello. 2 crafts, blah, blah, blah. Sorry if I missed what card you pulled. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Jeez. That's my bad. I know I can actually... No, wait. Correct me if I'm wrong with this. When Tapion came out, he's considered a giant here, is he not? So would you be able to use his farmable SSA for him, like you can the tech one? Would not work on the agility one because he would be Tapion / giant. Any luck on the Bojack banner? I'm sorry. I don't live in global land, so I don't have to have luck. But if it makes you feel better, he's one of the only LRs in the game out of the 3 LRs I have not pulled. So no luck. Yeah, of course. You could do it the tech one, but not the agility one. You know, the one that I guess should matter. That's Bandai. Well, that's 2 cards at least I pulled that I don't have, so I didn't get Turtles, but overall that's a net gain to me. Because, I mean, let's be real here. Like, I'll probably pull Turtles on a banner sometime, probably like when I'm trying to pull for Rose again. Sometime in the future where I just won't care. It's like, oh look, it's Turtles, thank God. He came at last. Let's see, Tapion, can I awaken you? Did I ever run your shit? Let's find out. Nope. Alright, so you're next time too. Okay, so let me ask this again, because I was answering everybody. The question originally was, tell me the last card you pulled, be it global or Japan, and I think most of you have done that already. If I missed you, you can just say it again. And if not, you can ask me to basically tell you how good a card is if you're not curious. If you're not curious, obviously you'd be curious if you're not sure. I like to say I still have some pretty good encyclopedic knowledge about this game, so allow me to enlighten you. Let me be your guide. Let me rub my hand between your legs sensually. And then when it gets really, really awkward, I'll tell you quietly, hey man, should you take your pants off here? And you're like, no, I don't feel comfortable about this. And I'm like, don't worry, your parents don't have to know. And you're like, oh, okay, I trust you, JX-senpai. And I'll be like, that's right. Always trust me. Anyways, what were we talking about? Alright, so yeah, cards to pull. Let's see. Kefla. If you're actually asking how good Kefla is, she is amazing right now. Ever since her Dokkan hitter, she's probably top contender up there. Not only is she an amazing leader for Katara if you don't have the LR, let's see, Vegito, which probably most people don't. She's basically the 120% leader that isn't the LR card. She's amazing. Also, she can also counter, she can also do additional attacks, and she can dodge. You can't ask for much better than that shit. Vigility, Vegito-based tech? Vegito-based tech would be all around supporting. If you're using Vegito-based tech, he has no point except to support a super team. And even at that point, I don't feel like he's that much needed anymore, because his overall damage is going to be very low. There was a point where he did amazing, that point is gone. Super Zarbon right now. Can I have a pat in the back for my first summonable LR? What was your first summonable LR? And yes, you can have a pat in the back. Agility Bojack. Alright, so ability... Agility. I almost said ability Bojack. My god. This is what happens when you play so many games, man. Your words just jumble. Fuck. So Agility Bojack, he has a Dokkan that happened somewhat recently. So, look at him like you would look at this current Frieza. Frieza has a passive that increases his damage by 120%. So Agility Bojack has a very similar passive in his Dokkan. So when you get him there, if you have him SA10, which you can farm, it just takes a long-ass time to do because you have to awaken all these Bojacks. So that's a free farmable SA10. On a villain's team, yes, he's okay-ish. I wouldn't say he's great, but I wouldn't say he's bad either. Agility Super Saiyan Rose. Well, if you pulled him, congrats. If you're asking how good he is, yes, he's quite good. Just because there's a strength, or almost an agility, because there's a strength rose now, doesn't mean the agility rose is bad by any means. In fact, if anything, so most of those cards were great on the fact that their leaders were great. So agility rose was the best extreme leader at the time, but his passive is still good. And overall, he's still a great card. So you can use him in category teams like Katara and other like high value cards that aren't, let's see, actually you can use him with LR Rose, Merge Zamasu. If you don't have Strength Rose, then you can use this Rose. That's 3 cards already. And then Strength Zamasu. That's 4 cards that all have near perfect links with each other. So if you just need him as a filler team, like on Agility or something, he's amazing. In fact, he's still a great card. The whole point I was even trying to make was basically just because their leaders are outdated don't mean they themselves as our card are like bad at all. Like, he came out the same time that Physical Vegito Blue came out, and Physical Vegito Blue is still one of the best cards in the entire game. Xenotrunks, I know he's already mad, but now I'd say it. Alright, Xenotrunks is... If you're talking about the physical one, his pass is basically, he used to be a meme. Like, he was the worst card in the game forever. So, I guess Bandai got wind of the meme and transformed him to an AoE character. At the time, the only other AoE cards were... I don't think even the new Majin Vegeta, and I'm talking about the tech one at the time, existed, so there were only 2 people who could use AoE. It was the original Strength Broly and the Xenotrunks. The Xenotrunks actually had key links, so you didn't have to use all these poires and all this stuff when the tournament came around for your first Broly, because the original Broly that came out had no key links at all, which actually made him quite good. He was like your turn 2 guy, but very soon after, or around the same time, they Dokkaned Tech Majin Vegeta into an AoE type, and then he became the de facto basically AoE guy in the game until LR Majin Vegeta came out. Or not LR Majin Vegeta, LR Broly came out. So you're looking at like normal Broly, normal Trunks, normal Majin Vegeta. Then you have now LR Broly and LR Majin Vegeta. But LR Majin Vegeta's AoE takes too much ki to get, so he never counted. So Xenotrunks was good until that happened. Guess what I got in the single the banner? Well, I'm not good at guessing, so you're gonna have to tell me. I mean, you're asking me to guess between like 300 SSRs. I'm gonna... Fine, you know what? I'll guess for you. You got... Agility Goten. So I told you my last SSR, I'm gonna tell you the SSR I pulled before that. Jolter on a single. If there was fake people actually watching this right now, they'd be pissed beyond compare. Super Saiyan 3 Broly, the tech one. Unfortunately, Super Saiyan 3 Tech Broly suffers the same thing every Broly in this game suffers from. They have shit links, they're not that great, and Super Saiyan 3 Tech Broly has the wonderful benefit, and I'm saying benefit very sarcastically here, of lowering his defense to 0 when you attack with him. So they're making you use an outdated nuking type outdated nuking type context, so nuking isn't really a thing in the game anymore, and they want you to collect a shitload of orbs to make Super Saiyan 3 Broly do damage. You're never going to have like a shitload of the same type of orbs, so that's really never going to happen much. So you're kind of stuck with a card who doesn't really link with anybody in Extreme Tech, is pretty mediocre overall, and can't defend worth a damn, so you're taking a crapload of damage anyways. In fact, of all the 120% leads, Super Saiyan 3 Broly is probably the worst. That's a hard pill to swallow for everybody, including me. I did not like that. And SSR Super Janemba? Ha! I actually like the Janemba, so you should be happy you pulled him. Then Navi Janemba and Strength Janemba are the only ones in the game who still have the passive that no matter who they're fighting, they always take damage as if they have type advantage. Just pulled at LR Goten and Trunks, my only category that I played. Very nice. You actually have one of the LRs I don't have. The Dabbing Gotenks is any good? Oh, you're talking about the agility one? Yeah. That Dabbing Gotenks was the very first Gotenks introduced in the game. He recently got a Dokkan into Super Saiyan Gotenks, which makes him usable. Is he actually good? Not so much. But is he usable? If you need him as a filler, yes. So he could be used on like a Fusions category team or something. I actually personally use them as a filler slot too. Alright, let's see. Man, that was a lot of talking. Wow. Oh, yikes. I had 2 dupe paths open for Bojack, and he was wondering if he's plausible. For Bojack? LR Bojack? Hell yeah. Just because he's not LR Ent Gohan doesn't mean he's not usable. That LR Bojack, extracts me for Extreme Ent, he's incredible. Like, he's very good. Probably one of the best Extreme Ent cards in the game. It's just he goes up against his comparative partner, which is LR Gohan. And, you know, it's LR Gohan, so people are just going to say he sucks in comparison. Is B-Pan worth the orbs? Yes, actually. You'd be surprised how many times B-Pan, in streams that I do like this all the time, have saved my ass. In fact, I might even bring her into this soon if I die, because she works good for healing you, saving your ass with her damage reduction, and if possible, chance of stunning. She's a very good card. The agility one for Bojack? Let's see, Super Saiyan Rose, blah blah blah. I lost track of who that was mentioning too, I apologize. Tech Majin really got his Dokkan before physical Xenotrunks, but it's the same thing. What I was saying earlier still applies. Like, Xenotrunks only had, even though he had his upgrade come, it was just like outshined completely when LR Broly came along anyway. So now Xenotrunks just sort of fades away to, you know, obscurity now, because there's really no point to run him. And it also takes too much to actually get that Xenotrunks to work that great in current tournaments anyways. So he had his time to shine, and that's over unless they do something to fix it again. RL Strength is good for World Tournament? Yes, she is. Damn it. Alright. I figured that was going to happen. I saw someone pull Jolter 1 ticket. Damn. That's nuts. People are going crazy for Jolter. If someone actually pulled her in a single ticket, that dude's probably dead already. Rest in peace to his family and him. Alright, we are going to change this up like I mentioned. You know how you mentioned B-Pan? Well, she's going to join the cause. Alright, let's see. Is that everybody's? Nope. Still more going down. Alright, so if you still want to know how good a unit is or how good a unit works with the team, feel free to keep asking because it gives me something to talk about while I make these crappy teams. Alrighty, I'm going to drop out my bad boy Goku. I do like your art, but sadly, I need better now. I'm going to pop in the B-Baby. Now we're also going to take out... Let's see, who do I got? I have to leave that Goku in. I'm going to probably take out, sad as it is, and probably Gogeta and toss in my Gohan now. This gives me at least tanking capabilities with nearly every unit on the team, even including my Super Saiyan 4 Goku after he ults. So that should negate, not really negate, but at least mitigate a lot of the damage that Frieza can do now. Do I love your Zero Defense? I don't know. What's my favorite Zero Defense? It's my favorite homework? Good question, but since I haven't been in school for like 3 years now, my favorite homework at the time was the kind that they would give you that you could do in class before you had to turn the shit in. So like, rather than homework you have to actually take home, hence the name homework, the kind of homework they would give you, but you'd get like a couple of minutes to do, and if you're quick enough, you could get it done and have it done for the next day. That's the best kind of homework. Alright, we're gonna have Gohan intercept the hits here. Much as I love Jiren, I probably want my Goku to actually take the hits. I don't know though. My Jiren has SA-10. I'll check it out this one. Possibly Jiren could do a lot of damage just with his passive alone. Except Easy A Broly now, finally a Broly with the defensive boost. Yeah, no kidding. Should I give my Ent Super Gogeta crit or add, or you mean a... Well, because, okay, that Gogeta, since he has the same thing as the other Gogetas, which is no matter what type you're against, you're always doing maximum damage. Similar in the vein of Janemba, they're just reverse of each other. Crit's still good, but that also means you're relying a lot on the fact that you'd have to crit every time. I actually find that adding additional attack on Ent Gogeta can be good, because if you attack twice, you're probably going to do more damage than one crit. Because remember, as I said, no matter what, you're always doing maximum amount of damage. So your crit's not going to be that much higher than what you would have hit anyways. So if you get 2 attacks versus 1, you're doing more damage overall. I don't think she can damage reduce this Frieza anymore. Pan doesn't reduce him. She reduces it to herself. She has a chance of damage reduction when she takes damage. It's the same reason I'm using this Vegeta. SSR Physical Android 17? If you're asking how good that dude is, not great. As far as I remember, all he is an orb changer, and since he's a future android, he doesn't even have a Dokkan yet, so he just kind of exists in a state of perpetual never get Dokkan, sort of down there with Strength Goku, the original one. Why don't I use EZA Gohan? Well, welcome to the future. But then again, I am scrolling down in chat, so... Let's see, give the orbs to Goku. Should I give Elder Kai's to Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta Strength? I have 3 dupes with him. If you have 3 dupes already, it would probably be worth it then. Especially... Well, that depends. If you've used the dupes and you broke the dupe path, as long as you have his far right broken yet, then yes. But have you broken it yet? Even if you SA-10 him then, you can't go down that far right path, so it sort of makes it less worth it. But if you can, then yes. I just pulled the dupe with full power. Well, congrats. You're the winner of a booster box. Congratulations. I wish. Alright, I think I caught up then. Sweet. So check out Pan here. That's what I'm talking about. She should reduce the damage here. Yep, look at that. Only 8,000. 8,000. Boom. She's a helpful little camper. And also, the damage she did here will also heal us. I haven't farmed LRVB yet? No, I haven't. I do feel bad for it, but you gotta understand, man. I'm lazy. And, like, I want to, like, sit down and do it, and I'm even thinking, like, do I want to stream the farm of, like, LRVB and just, like, talk with people throughout it, or I just want to do it in my own time and farm it? It's just one of the things I haven't decided what I want to do with it yet. I sort of like lament the fact that he's like not as great as he could be. But like for the mighty free-to-play LR, he's still pretty like, nah, he's aight. Let's ask Vanessa. Vanessa, what are your opinions on LRVB? Would you farm him? Now Vanessa's like, what? Why was I put on the spot? What's going on? Wait, since when was VB an FGO? Great question. You know, it's surprising. It would be so dumb if they did it, but can you imagine if Dokkan or FGO had like a freaking, like, one of their weird crossover events with each other? That's the one luxury DBZ actually has, is it's so goddamn popular internationally, everyone knows who everyone is in this game, so it doesn't actually have to have these crossover events, because everyone wants to crossover with them, and not vice versa. They just have like the de facto market stranglehold. It's like, dude, we're DBZ, we don't have to freaking do shit. People come to us. What did you miss? Well, as far as I remember, but Frieza's been trying, he might, to hit me over and over and over again. Sort of like an abusive person in a relationship. He's getting to that point, but so far he just hasn't been working out that great. It's getting there, though. He's knocked me out twice, but all I did was I told the trial and the jury that, you know, I hit my eye in a doorknob or I fell down the stairs. Same old story. He's getting there, though. Be right back. Oh, okay. I'll be here, probably. 3 tickets, 3 Rs? What the? Oh my god. Is there anything worse than pulling an R in this game? I swear. Like, I sometimes think there is, but then, like, you pull an R, and it's like, no, this is still the worst feeling I could ever have. And, like, the worst thing is, like, there's so many SRs you know that are just so worthless. Like, so utter trash. And you pull an R, it's like, there's no hope for humanity. Like, what can I do with this? It's not even worth Baba food, because you don't get any points for it. And it's like, just why does this exist? And then people use the argument like, not every multi-summon can be a winner. Well, yes, I do agree with that, but it's kind of to a point where you have to update these things to at least be... It doesn't, like, it's not even to say there's something. They're just so worthless that garbage is more useful than them. It's worse than garbage. I've started collecting art cards. You know, I've done the same thing. It's funny you say that. That's the only use I have of art cards, is collecting them. Like, I bring them up to SA10 and lock them, because I'm like, it's either that or throw them away, so what else am I going to do with these things? When you want to keep watching the stream, it's 3:37 AM here. Go to sleep, man. I mean, Frieza will be dead in, like, what, 4 rounds? 3 rounds from now? Pulling SR Pan. See, it's funny you mentioned Pan. She actually has use. Because the physical Pan uses her as SA ups, and the agility supporter Pan also uses her as SA ups, so that's what I mean. Those SRs have points. The problem with R cards is even if they can be used as SA ups, they can only be updated to an SR, which means at most the R card will always have a 5% chance of increasing an SSR's SA up. While an SR card can go up to an SSR while increasing the chance by 50%. It's still 50% like a coin flip, but it's much better than 5%, which sort of leaves, you know, R cards at the I still suck. Always. And hope I pull turtles? I mean, we got the giant guy, so I'm going to probably be pretty content with that. I got the giant I needed, and I got physical Broly, 2 cards I don't have. Like, I almost nearly have every card in Dokkan again. Besides the 3 LRs I'm missing. You know, one of these times I should go through my box and actually find the actual SSRs, like old school cards I'm missing in here, because it's not too many at this point. Attagirl Pan, 37,000. This account actually has surpassed where my old Jay Xandu was, and Jay Xandu, I spent close to, I think it was $4,000, $5,000 in this game. But power creep and the nature of things, and also I wasn't, you know, I guess in the same position I am now, so I used to have to pay for all my stones, like, you know, at bare minimum price. Now I can just, I get YouTuber revenue stuff, I get, like, discounts, I get people giving me stones to help them, whatever, all sorts of things. So, in the grand scheme of things, in this account, I don't even think I've hit, like, a couple $100s yet. And I've already surpassed my old Jake Zandu account, which has spent thousands. I don't like to tell myself that, though, because that hurts me inside. It's just wasted money. I'm like, cool. Do I play Fire Emblem Heroes? Yes, actually, I do. I was playing a little bit of it yesterday. The Truth used $500 Gokus to raise LR. He probably did that for like a video or for fun or something. Did I get into the DB Legends beta? Yes, I did. And I had way too much damn fun with that game. I know others didn't, but man, that was such a nice breath fresh of air, and I just had way too much fun with like the little system they had in place, man. It was actually fun dueling people. I mean, it was very obvious to me. I saw where the PV, like the pay-to-win elements were coming in, and I'm sure over time it could get pretty bad, but the system they were using overall, I did like, because it just meant I won't be seeing 800 of the same Goku all the time. It's just like, there's going to be that one Goku, and then that's it. And probably like one Super Saiyan Goku, etc., but there aren't going to be 8,000 iterations of Goku. And also the fact that I had a Dodoria, who was like limit broken 3 times, and I could use Dodoria to like take out teams that were using nothing but like Vegeta, Goku, and the starter Saiyan, and just running stampedes on them. That was fun. There are many event cards with cost 1k Baba coins nowadays. That's true. There's typically a... what is it, how they work with this? So, SSRs will be 10k if they're pullable. They'll be 1k if they're Baba event cards, but 1k isn't that great. SRs are, I think, around like 1k2 or so. But just in general, the concept of Baba points is also outdated because you just can't really use them to buy anything fantastic. It's like the rare occasion you can buy like a medal you like or something like that, but still, Baba points aren't really used for anything. Which is kind of goes against the fact that, you know, you trade all the cards in for jack squat. One quality of life update for Dokkan I would really like, even like today, is they need to update the system. So like I was talking about before with like some Rs have a 5% chance and some SRs have a 50% chance. I want them to make it so that the non-Dokkan of a card, if it's in the same evolution line of a card, it's a 100% chance no matter what. I know we can reverse cards in this and you'll get a 100% chance, but so many games now have it so dupes of a card will always be a 100% chance no matter what form or element they're in without you needing the Dokkan things or un-Dokkan things, because the fact I still have to do that crap really bothers me. And if you go through the effort of like updating an SR card to SSR, I want that to also be a 100% chance rather than a 50% chance. Save orbs for Gohan? You can't tell me how to live my life. I'll do whatever I want. See that? You got nothing. I pulled LR Bojack on my first single, so I don't pull anymore? That's correct. That is damn correct. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I'm sure you'll tell yourself, like, I pulled an LR in a single, I'll get more. Oh, no. You take that LR in a single and run. Let me put it this way. I don't even have LR Bojack. Not Goku, not Goku. Oh, look! You thought you were gonna ult me? I don't think so. Oh, get out of my house. Oh, man. Frieza just got to relive the same moment when he died. He ulted Goku, and then Oku? I just said fucking Oku. Then Goku turns around and ults him in the face while yelling, "You fool" at him. Except this time it was a Super Saiyan 4. Damn, Frieza. Your luck sucks. You have to die in the exact same way you died earlier. Just got another agility rose from the ticket banner. I went with a 120% leads? Well, of course you do. That's why they put the other leads you don't want in there. I mean, how many times, I mean, you guys can obviously relate, where you pull a 120% lead, you're like, God damn it, I really wish it was an R now. I just can't get enough of R now. Doesn't? What the hell's with Gohan? I forgot what he does with the orbs. Yeah, there we go. It was like extra words or some shit. Oh, Jiren, if you would have worked this just a little better for me, I might still be able to. If that orange moves to the left, which it probably will, we'll get the greens, which make Jiren... Oh, boom. Got it. You just played yourself, Frieza. You had to look at your phone? Thought it was broke? Send it in for service? I pulled an LR in a single. Like, literally a single summon. Can I get a replacement? So what are you talking about? No, like, this doesn't happen. You don't understand. Like, this can't happen. All my karma, everything, all my luck in life, it's gone after this moment. Take it back! My god, we're just crapping all over Frieza. Jesus, this was the third turn of his second... Like... Alright, buddy. Thank you, CGRB. CGRB. Why is your name CGRB? Arbre? CG Gabri. No, C Gabri? Put the next LR as a villain card. Let's see, we got... I've got the agility, we have tech, and we have int, which would leave strength and physical. Overall, the amount of LR villains we have is kind of low, but they always sell better if they're heroes. And to be fair, you know, if it's strength, it will be a villain, because as we've said numerous times, super strength is already, like, it's still broken. You can even see right now, like, with the most bare minimum cards, you can just make anything happen with super strength. It doesn't need an LR card, too. So if it is a strength, I will agree the next LR card will be a villain. That, I would almost say with 100% guarantee. Physical, I'd almost say would be a villain, too. So I think you're right. LR, oh my god, yes! For the love of God, give Cell some love. He needs it so much. I'm so tired of the crap Cell gets in this game. But like the same thing with the recent iteration of Gogeta and Vegito. Like, physical is super powerful as well now, so too. So you have, yeah, pretty much it's gonna have to be a villain. So it's gonna be strength, the physical, it's gonna be a villain, and if it is Cell, I will love you forever, because he needs it. He really does. They decided to skip over Tech Cell's EZA, because I guess they could have honestly easily gotten Frieza here, which a lot of people did want, so I can't blame them for that. And Strength Cell is so outdated that most people don't even know he's in the game. When was the last time you've seen a Strength Cell? So it's like, yeah, I think it's time to give our perfect man the perfect card. Perfection. Kind of sucks too, because they made his int card way back in the day, and it's possibly his best art, the one where obviously he's pointing at his head doing like, it's perfection, it's part of my design. So I'm not sure if they'll use it again, but I hope they do, because that is such an easy LR card quality art written all over it. LR Topo? Yeah, it's too late for that. There's no way. That's if you ever even gonna see an LR Topo. As with every card of the game, it'll always have a UR card first. So now that Jiren has one and Ultra Instinct Goku has one, it is possible to see their cards in the future. But as I mentioned earlier, we're not going to see super iterations because their teams are already very broken with the LRs they have, and they are. Both Extreme Strength and Extreme Physical could use an LR team to help bolster them. While the same cannot be said for their super counterparts. They're quite broken. You got Physical Broly? Well, I guess it could be worse, but I mean, it really depends on what cards you currently have. LR Topographic Structure would be extreme, though? Possibly. But like I said, they're not going to do an LR like that. They go by all the LRs in the game, even currently now. They're always based off iconic moments. And I wouldn't really consider Topo going God of Destruction an iconic moment currently. To some people, maybe. But in the grand scheme of things, probably not. Since they've also revealed the fact that they can do squad-type cards and team cards, there is the possibility of duos. So, like, we could see, like, an LR Cauliflower and Kale or something like that. That's why with LR cards, too, since they're based on iconic moments and, like, you know, characters as a whole, that's why LR Bojack isn't LR Bojack, it's his entire team. So, like, if it were to do something like Topo, in the instance you guys are mentioning, it would probably be something like all of Universe 11. Or maybe not all of them, but it'd be, like, the mainstay ones. It'd be, like, Topo, Jiren, and Bunny Rabbit's name I'm forgetting. I know it starts with a V. Now, the LR Pride Troopers, exactly. Like, Ribiana, for example. Like, they released her card as it is right now, obviously, but, like, LRs, when they release like that, for characters who aren't super well known or for, like, super big moments, it would be like Ribiana and her two sisters. That would be the LR card. LR Future Gohan. They do have a Future Gohan tech already. That is a possibility. They could do that. LR Future Gohan actually has quite a big fan base in this game. When they did a vote earlier on in this game's lifestyle, like, that Gohan wanted a part of a tournament. Actually, the reason he has a Dokkan right now, because earlier on they asked all the players, I guess, which cards they wanted to see Dokkan, and, like, the top 3 would win. And I believe that Tech Future Gohan was one of them, so he's pretty popular. They could probably do that. Did you notice the Majin Buu Saga has the most cards? Well, there were a lot of cards released then. And it also contains a lot of cards that didn't exist elsewhere, like a la Goten and Trunks. And since Gotenks has like 55 cards of them, that adds in quite a big list already. Not to mention all the different versions of Buu. See, like with Cell, up until recently, besides the supporter Tech and Perfect Cell or Semi-Perfect Cell, that's the only SSR Tech Semi-Perfect Cell in the game. And I think the same with Imperfect Cell. He has a Dokkan of a card, and that's the only SSR Imperfect Cell. Perfect Cell himself has the 2 cards, then the 1 SR that goes to an SSR card, and I think one other I'm forgetting, but there aren't many for him either. But like when it comes to Buu, it's like we have Kid Buu, we have Super Buu, we have Super with this, we have Buu Tanks, blah blah blah. That's why the Majin Buu Saga has so many cards, because there's so many different iterations of the characters. Instead of linking with everybody, I'm going to have Goku intercept all those hits, because I don't want to die. Who will win? Protection or Godly Power equals Cell versus Zamasu? What do you mean by who will win? LR Goku and you know what's funny? People would have laughed at that before, but that actually is a possibility now. There could be a duo type card that will have Goku and Frieza together doing like that punch against Jiren. That actually I would count as an iconic moment, because you see a lot of the things on Twitter now and stuff. Now that Super's ended, people are all over that moment. Like Topo God of Destruction, that was kind of came and went, but like that was pretty memorial. LR Monica. Well, she can hack her way into the game. Yeah, I've been thinking the same thing about Buuhan. It feels like we're at that point where we're probably going to be seeing a new Buuhan very soon. Like, very soon. Let's see, who got the update already? Vegito has his updated card. Gotenks has his updated card. Broly technically has his updated card if you include the tech one. I can't even remember who the other last league was. It was Agility was Vegito, Tech was Gotenks, Ent was Buuhan, Strength was... And Omega has his upgrade too. Pretty much all of them have an upgraded version of their card except for Buuhan. So, as it stands, he pretty much is almost guaranteed an upgraded card soon. Can I join while I plan my Switch? You're more than welcome to. Not exactly sure what you mean by join, but feel free. Let's not have our Goku Super Saiyan 4 take all those hits. While it would be nice, I almost guarantee that Jiren and my Super Saiyan 1 Goku are going to take far less damage and be far more alive when this is over, rather than far more dead. If I do it... No. I might have... I didn't really fuck myself, but I may have it so not both can ult, which does make me mad. Yep. I boned myself. Wuhan's strength? Yeah, I can see it. Do the 70% leads get an easy A? We have no idea. I'd be nice, but I doubt it. I mean, when it comes to the old leads, they kind of got shafted in their own unique ways. Notice that all the Baba cards, all got upgraded to freaking 70% leads. Like, every single one of them got their own upgrade to 70% leads. These are Baba cards you can buy. What used to be the God cards of this game, and that's power creep talking pretty hard right there. There's a lot of cards in the game now that have 70% leads. Gohan gets double orbs, if I recall. No, that's double from Rainbow, right? So I have to rely on the fact that Vegeta can hopefully survive 4,000, all that damage, and then get it to Gohan, most likely. Shit. Yeah, this is kind of a little rip at the moment here. I'm trying to, like, crap. That feel when I could actually... I was praying very hard for B-Pan to pop in here and save the day. It's still possible, but I need the little kid to actually ult. I know we're going to tank with him, but we have to have Gohan actually ult following this. If you can get the rainbow, possibly. No. Which means we still can't ult with them. Yeah, it was only with Rainbow like I thought. In fact, nobody can ult. So I have to rely on an additional attack. If not, I'm just dead. Attaboy, Vegeta. No fucks given. You can do it, Gohan. Rate of additional attack. Just this... Okay. Maybe I believed in you a little too hard. Alright, we'll get this win, no problem this time. We were all chatting a bit. I wasn't actually paying any attention until the very last turn there. I turned around, I'm like, oh, we're actually gonna die. This is the part of the game where you actually have to, you know, apply focus. It's very rare in this game, I know, because the popping bumper simulator can get very difficult sometimes. Alright, so where the hell were we? Let's see. We're talking about if the gods get replaced, the Baba cards took them over. Yes, yes, yes. And everyone's talking what to do here. I'm running an Namek Saga team and I'm on stage 20. Good on you, man. From what I've seen so far, this is probably the easiest of all the easy A's. Because at stage 30, I think even Gohan was giving more trouble than this. And I'm going to probably beat this on this attempt, and I would have beat it last attempt too. So I think if you can manage a team similar to mine, a super strength team, and probably even a pretty decent Namek team, I don't think you're going to have too much trouble. Because once again, all you're going to have to do is get to 30, and once you're past 30, you're pretty much done. I feel like one thing that would help me to team like this is if I changed out somebody for an orb changer. It doesn't even have to specifically be a red orb changer, just a rainbow. That's probably the only real actual benefit this team could receive. Because everyone here is just sort of set up to be either part of the Namek Saga, a Super Saiyan 4 Goku leader, or a partial defender. And I could probably easily give up one of those just for an orb changer if I had to. Ginyu Force's Bad Bash 20? That sounds about the same for when we tried this against Gohan himself last time. V-Pan should heal us a little bit of damage back too, as long as she intercepts a lot of this. We'll probably hit it for maybe 200,000. Maybe gain back about... Oh, can't see until Frieza's done blasting me in the face. So we gained back a lot, because we had 100,000 before he even started that turn. So with all the damage combined, and the fact he ulted me, we ended it with 111,000. So we actually came out with a net total there. So that's why B-Pan's actually quite helpful for this. 1,000 Day Goku? No. I wish, but no. My Japan account got banned forever ago. Like over a year ago now, so... This one won't see that Goku forever. And Global... I don't know what the hell day my Global's on. You know what'd be funny? It might actually be 1,000. But I don't think it's my original Global account anymore, so... It really doesn't matter. And there we go. I think that's going to actually end Frieza right here. We'll have Vegeta tank this here. Let's take only part of the red orbs for Goku down here. Well, I thought Jiren might have the rest of the ult, but he can't. But if Goku hits hard enough, that's pretty much the end. Rakuma's decent. All the Ginyu Force members are decent. It's just... The game makes it so... If you don't have type advantage over Frieza, you just do no damage. And you can't debuff them, so that's that. But yeah, that was it. That was rank 30. Honestly, wasn't that bad at all. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll do two things. Since that was 30, first, before I even say those two things... God damn it. That's right, we don't get orbs or anything special to this, so that's going to end Frieza there. What I'm going to do is, we're going to awaken Frieza all the way to max, and then I'm going to go back and try this with the free-to-play team that they were talking about earlier. And see, Garpy, if you could write out that free-to-play team one more time, I would appreciate that. I'm going to see if I can beat it with that, and then I'll do one last summon, then we'll probably call it good. Now, Frieza. Now. You will become pretty decent to pretty decent, because all these updates are just going to increase your defense mostly. Like, wow. Alright, Nessa goes to 12. SA goes to 13 for the mere cost of $6 million. An additional 5 levels. I said 14. This attack still isn't even 17,000 yet. Man, it really does kind of feel like they gypped out on Frieza here. I hope that's not the case, but I'm getting that feeling. He was better at Jill Vegeta or Ent Buhan? I do remember that. Fortunately, that was only because Ent Buhan had the heal. Vegeta will forever be useful. And that's power creep for you. It kind of showed that Buhan's extendable, while Vegeta was not. Alright, that should have 140, push him to 115. Which means, I believe his leader's still the same. No, his leader's not the same. His leader's 70%, so like, once again, wow, 70%. So magical. But his passive will now increase his defense by additional 30%, and if he's the first person on the turn, Frieza will gain an additional 3 keys. So if you don't have enough to ult with Frieza, and he's first, he'll gain an additional 3 keys, so that's kind of useful, but overall stat-wise, that means jack shit. The damage is going to come from that is SA is now 15, and he has overall higher attack stats. And his last is going to bring him still under Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Actually, instead, I think we should try Frieza out rather than just doing a free-to-play team against EZA. I think you guys would probably agree with that, because we might as well see how good Frieza is rather than just fighting the same boring-ass Frieza fight with a free-to-play strength team. Like, whoop-de-doo. Did they gyp us here too? Because I swear there was a mission last time that you got extra shit for increasing the person in question. There's like some random ass missions here. But like when you were doing this with Goku, you were getting like stones and extra stuff. Yo, Goku is easily the hardest. That is non-debatable. And how's it going, the meme caster? Yeah, I guess we could do boss rush. I'm not sure where I could try him, but boss rush takes forever. I'm thinking, where would I be good thing? You know what? I'll do this last summon while I think about where I want to try this. And if I don't get turtles for this, let's just say I'm not surprised. Super Battle Road, it's not out sadly because it's not the weekend. I got really pampered by that. I wish that would come back where it was here every day. Someone called me a retard when I asked if they got stones for Shingoku the last time you ran. No, you're not retarded, because I swear I remember the same thing. Like, as you were increasing Goku's EZA up every, like, time you buffed them, you got, like, mission rewards for it. It seems like you only get the rewards and the stones for just completing it this time. Come on, I'm sorry that other account pulled turtles on the first try. I didn't mean to. Can I have them on this one, too? Maybe? That isn't Android 19? Please? No? Okay, thanks. It's another faction number. Wait! Oh, dude! Way to go! Awesome! I'll take that. That means, out of all the stones I wasted, what is that, 300? No, not even 250 stones. I got 3 cards I don't have. Awesome! Well done, Bandai, for once. I don't actually feel suicidal. I won't have to go cry in a corner and write in my journal about how Bandai picked on me today. And he should absolutely be farmable, right? Because he still has the same thing from the strength turtles you can farm, so that's a farmable SA. My boy. Link, my boy. And what was he the leader of now? So he's the new one, so he would have... Oh, right there. One of the easy ones to remember. It says boss, so we'll always know who it is. I'll have to do this in a different stream at a different time, because there's a lot of people I'll have to farm up first. Like, I probably want Physical Broly on the team, and I want some other people who aren't maxed out yet. But just looking at the stats overall... Let's see, the only LR that Bojack would probably be a part of this, would he not? Because he's a movie villain. So that'd be a very strong card I don't have, but I have LR Broly who's a part of this. I think I have a pretty optimal team, because... Correct me if I'm wrong, but like Bojack's the only thing I'm missing, is he not? I think I have every iteration of Cooler. I have all the Janembas. I have all the Beeruses. I'll have all the Beeruses when the next one comes. Yeah, Great Ape Turtles isn't farmable, sadly, but that's because he's got a giant in his name. Oh, and shit, dude! The one guy, all 3 of the people we pulled on this are all part of this banner. Ha! They're not all part of this banner, all part of this category, so that actually works out for us. The Turtles lead at the top right, that is the old Turtles Great Ape. I know it looks like it, but it's just the Dokkan of them. You know how there's like always a secondary Dokkan card, these things? That's him. On the bright side, I can use an extra fun method of farming his SA. I still have to spend the money awakening all the damn turtles, though, which is a pain in my ass, and the medals. Oh, that's awesome! He's a part of this, too! And I have the medals to awaken him now, as well. That's a lot of turtles I'll have to be farming. That's the one for the tech one. I think I still need more for the int one. Yep, I need 9, so that's... Including him, that's 2. That's like 28 turtles essays I have to farm, and that's at a 50% chance per shot. That's a lot of freaking turtles. Holy Christ. You can actually see it better. Like the turtles you're talking about, when you click on them, you obviously notice the Great Ape now. It's just they're zoomed into his face super close. The shitty Broly's a part of that one, but he wouldn't make the team even if he was there. Android 13 could possibly for an orb changer. Yeah, I mean, it looks like the boss's team can be pretty strong, but I don't think it's the strongest category. I can see a lot of flaws in it just by looking at this, and that's just because it's full of shitty villains. I haven't rainbowed that Tech Beerus. I kind of don't want to, because I have to give him the actual orbs to do it. It's sort of his punishment for being pulled too many times. Alright, well, that was actually a really cool way to end this. Well, first off, let's try the Frieza battle, though. I was just looking at this, but thinking this, is that Full Power Frieza? He's not a movie villain. Nope, it's just Golden Frieza. Damn it. I was like, is Full Power Frieza part of this? That would have been awesome. UI Dokkan event? Yeah, that's fun. I'm just trying to think of a good team you can try Frieza out in. Like, I guess physical? Yeah, Extreme Vi? Like, I'm not really thinking of a category at the top of my head to be that amazing in. Wow, a rainbow cooler. That was lucky as hell. I'll take it. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Thanks for the $2 donation, man. It means a lot to me. I am poor. As you can tell, I play Dokkan, which means I'm more poor than most. The only thing I have to fuel me is the tears of fallen summons. Alright. My goodness. We're running out of freaking voice, too. Why is Golden Frieza the Namek static character? Because that Golden Frieza, the ones in question, they Dokkan from Frieza, a normal one. That's why he's on the category. Oh, that's right. I got my Broly a part of this finally, too. God, if only he is a... Damn! When Super Battle Road comes back, that's actually good that I got that Broly. That was one of the ones I wanted desperately on the team. We might actually be able to beat Physical Extreme Vi now. But that's for the future. Instead of doing it Sensu, I'm gonna... I don't think they're gonna be lacking any keys, so if anything... La 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 la, I want to take a bite out of the Tree of Might. It will give me such a fright. But damn, will I feel tight. Actually, don't do Chi-Chi. She can actually be affected negatively by that crap. It's so weird. I have a good feeling about don't be cocky. That's true, but the game sometimes just likes to screw me over. I'll try this one. I'm hoping the innate not having the character won't work. If that's the case, I will try Boss Rush, but overall, let's see what they got. I'll thoroughly enjoy that stream. Oh, damn. I can't wait for that stream. I'll thoroughly enjoy it. A new Deborah and Babidi? Yeah, I'd be down for that. Not the Spirit Bomb, it's just... As you get towards the end, Goku just has natural super high defense against people who aren't a part of, like, the Tournament of Power thing or whatever. Alright. Goku, meet again. I must have a ball with this. It's like, guys, we need a bunch of Goku villains as a boss. Hey, don't worry. We have so many, you'll never run out. The best case scenario is to have full power. Well, since the friend was Rainbows too, we want Cooler and Frieza on the same turn. And if it's Ackerable, not for the team like this, but something like physical Kid Buu as well. The old school one. Because he would actually add quite a oomph to this team as well. And then you want Frieza probably be in the middle of that, getting an ult off, and that's probably to be your highest damage capability. Against a strength user, god damn it! You know what, we can try this passive right now, so... If I'm not mistaken in how this works, let's get this so he can't ult. So he needs 5 of these to ult, but he's on the first turn. So I need to... Is there any way I can give him at least 2 without giving him 5? Apparently that's not an option. I can either have 5 automatically, but there's no way to give him 2 keys, so I can't see him actually get that off. So we're gonna have to test this on a different turn. I like Wu-Tang's super attack too. I think that's one of the more better ones. It's just a lot more involved than just like, I make big ball, throw it at you, or damage. I'm getting pissed! 300,000 damage. Yeah, that's the problem. He's also strength, and I believe his shit's active at the moment, because 330... It's like, that's cool, but like when you're expecting an easy A character to be blowing you up, you want it to be, dang, that's cool, not, eh. We can compare it against our very own Rainbow Cooler here. A little unfair, though, because we have the supporter Buu on the team. Damn, son. Yeah, we might have to do boss rush. I'm just thinking, like, just because how some of these natural Dokkan events work, you can't really get a fair estimate because they have dumb shit like that happening. Was good? Having Frieza ult correctly? That'd be pretty good. So it looks like he's hitting a little bit harder than Cooler there, which is nice. Alright, now let's try this again. No, god damn it. That's good. I only need 1 key, so what should happen is, let's say you don't have enough to ult here, but he's on the first turn. If I understand what the ult is saying correctly, Frieza will now gain 3 extra ki as long as he's on the first slot and then ult anyways. Yes, good. That's actually good. Additional attack, not bad. But since he's got the type thing going for us, I can't see shit. You know, actually, I may have racked a little too hard on that defense. Since he ulted twice with 2 additional attacks, notice how that Goku only hit Frieza for like 63 damage, when before he hit him for like nearly 100 to 80,000 damage? That actually made him into like a low-key kind of tanker right there. That wasn't that bad at all. I may have been a little too harsh on that. I like the song. I'm gonna turn this up, sorry. I like these later fights. The music starts getting good. Also, here's the fun thing. We have to stop this Goku. If you've never done this fight before, this Goku one-shots you. He does an ultimate attack, every single attack, no matter what turn he's on, and it'll do nearly 3 million damage to you. It's unsurvivable unless you're literally using like a super tanker. So if you've never done this fight, let that be a word of caution. Don't just sit there and be like, oh, what could possibly happen? You'll die. Instantly. Oh yeah, I know he's amazing as is, and I sort of understood that's why Bandai did that. It's just, of course, it's kind of disheartening, because this is probably one of the most expected easy A's currently that isn't like Strength Gogeta. When you find out it's like, Frieza can now do the same thing he did before. Yeah, we're probably toast. Oh, but let's put something to the test. Alright, so remember that damage we were talking about? So we're going to mitigate some of it. Let's mitigate 40% of the damage. Now, if Frieza can attack twice again, defense is plus 30%, he probably still can't survive it, but let's do 2 wishes. He should survive this now. I should actually look into how long this defense bonuses on Frieza last. Alright, here comes no additional attack though, sadly. Don't kill me, daddy. Oh my god! So all the 80%, including that, it still hit me for nearly 900,000. So that's what I'm talking about. You'll die instantly. Alright, so let's try Frieza in a place he can actually be used in. Where we're going, no one can survive. Oh god, that means I have to find another. Damn, it's like how lucky it was the fact that we found a freaking rainbow cooler. Ah, you'll be good enough. What? I told you! It's a funny part of the fight where it's that spirit bomb. It's only that Goku that does it. I think it's hilarious they did that. When that first happened to me, I was like, what the Christ? You have to be using a Tournament of Power team, and if you are, you'll be able to do the right, correct amount of damage to him, and you'll be able to kill him before that happens. Since we're just using a generic physical team, we just don't have the type to go through it, so it just basically becomes impossible. What the Christ, I found my new favorite saying. What the deuce? Thanks, Goku. That was wonderful. Remember in games like this where the very first turn, you can do nothing to block, and he immediately ults you. It's like, oh, okay. That was fair. How good is the God Duo Agility Goku and Vegeta? The God Duo Agility Goku and Vegeta, wait. Which, there's a lot of God Gokus now, let's see. You referring to Super Saiyan God Blue form? Is normal Super Saiyan God? Like, there's a lot of Gokus in the game, and Vegetas. Let's try that block thing again, though. I'm actually really curious how good that defense is. So we'll put him first. I wouldn't worry about the key thing, because we saw that it actually does work. And Goku will hit him once, and then again after he's already ulted, so we can actually see a difference. So 8,000 immediately, which means he's mitigating it already from part of his passive. Now his super adds an additional 30%, and he additional attacked again. Don't kill him, though. Don't kill him. Don't do it! I really wanted to see how much damage he would have done, because I would have been amazing if he did like 3 damage after that. Because it looks like if the game isn't using some sort of ridiculous one-shot mechanic, that defense thing can actually be pretty damn useful. Blue Goku Vegeta agility, yes. The blue Vegeta in question, the agility one, he's okay. The blue Goku, he's good. Because I'm trying to think back to agility. There's Super Saiyan Kaioken Blue, and there's also Super Saiyan Goku Blue. And they're both actually pretty good. They're actually pretty close to each other because one goes by percentage of passive and the other one doesn't, which actually equalizes them. But in terms of the current meta, they're usable as fillers. They're not better than everybody else, but they're also not shit like everybody else. Additional, it's like, man, he really wants that guy dead. New Super Saiyan. I actually really am surprised they haven't made a new one of those yet. Because I know he only did the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken during that Universe 6 thing, and that's when that card basically first came out, but, like, I really haven't, really surprised you haven't seen, like, a sort of, like, you know, updated version of that card yet. But now with Ultra Instinct Goku and all the new forms, I guess they're just like, why do that form when we have all these other ones? Here's a real question. Do you legitimately still enjoy Jokin, or do you still enjoy it, or has it started dying for you? I would say I don't enjoy it as much as I used to. That much is pretty evident. But I still like it because I just like DBZ in general. But Frieza just took 33 damage from that. That defense thing actually really did, he really does turn into a tanker. What a beast. Maybe I was wrong about EZA Frieza. Damn. Oh, that Fu is moderating my live chat? Me too. He's a savior. He's also very adorable. now it's picking up. Why fight two when you can fight them as one? Shit, they know math. They're on to me. We don't want to diss out of here. I'll keep this as is because Cooler also has a very similar passive. Not anything to do with slot he's in, but he just naturally has a higher defense than most people because of what he does. So he can just take less damage. Go tanks, since he doesn't... Nope. Wait, nope, there's his ult ceiling. I was like, we could seal his ult. Gogeta's immune to ult ceiling, so that's worthless. But I still think we'll be fine for the turn. Look at that defense. Ugh. Jesus Christ. If EZA Frieza could do this... You know, I was talking about earlier with the Super Battle Road. I mean, I know I have Broly and all and everything, but with that defense, man? Maybe I was wrong about this the whole time. I think actually Banda did a good job, because that's right. Physical had like 0 blockers. Extreme Physical has nothing as a tank. Nothing. And Frieza can actually work as a tank now. This might actually be doable now. Very doable. Screw Broly. I was wrong about Frieza this whole time. I was wrong about everything. What even is life anymore? 93. Get some, son. 1 SSR finally. 1 Spirit Bomb Strength Goku. Well, congrats. If you're on Bandai's side, your ultimate could do some... Oh my god. Now there's a better ult. 1.2 million, my boy. Don't be sleeping on Frieza now. I'll write about Frieza on Twitter later, because I'm sure people are all over like, why doesn't he have power up? It's just defense, he probably sucks. At least have adamant proof that that's not true now. How do we know that the fight's cool? Can we have a guy do some air guitaring in here? Like, just heavy solo. Alrighty. Just make that the song for Gogeta. Like I was telling people earlier, man. We were talking about, like, comparison, I guess, of stream sizes at the time. This stream, when he was released and announced, the hype behind him was so big that the stream I did at the time had over 2,262 viewers. That was madness. Oh my god, it was so funny. I remember I didn't have slow mode on chat on, and I just... The one message I got to see, the only message I could see in the flood of people texting and talking in chat, was one guy screaming, "For the love of God, please turn slow mode on." That is one of my funniest memories. I just think, whenever I'm feeling bad, I think about that. Because I'm just imagining, like, this big sea of people, and one guy just in the middle screaming out for help, like, "Turn on slow mode, man!" I'm sorry, buddy. I just didn't know at the time. I just didn't know. Alright, Frieza. Let's see if we can still rock it out here. First slot, so yeah. Even good, like, things. So, like, moments like this. He's got one of his best supporters here. If you put it in the middle, he can obviously ult still. But let's say you're forced to use Frieza in the front here. Even with his best linkers, you can't ult, and you're stuck here. But even though we only got 3 ki out of this, he'll gain the additional ki and ult anyways. Like, damn. This is actually a really good EZA. 123 damage from the ultimate form of Gogeta. Damn, son. 1.6 million critical. Get out of here! I know, yeah, everyone's like, Omega's better than Gogeta, for sure. And it's like, yep, I'm sure that'll happen. I mean, Ben has a very obvious, like, sort of tilt towards hero characters. Omega's gonna fight and kill Omega. The only different person in this entire setup is Super Buu. I bet he feels kind of left out. He just doesn't belong. Are we test out the Frieza now? We are, and it's a damn good test. Like, I don't think I've ever been this wrong about a character ever. To be fair, I haven't actually said anything, like, officially to anybody, so I don't have to, like, take back anything. That was just, like, initial thoughts when I started the stream. Fuck them up, fuck them up. Here comes a laser beam, fuck me up. So here's one thing we should ask about Frieza, or I could ask too if anybody knows specifically. Now, I'm pretty sure his ultimate grants him the 30 defense for himself, but does his passive grant everybody 30 defense, or just himself as well? You know what, I'm just keep using Frieza first. I know I'll get less stats, like best links overall out of everybody here, but I'm having too much fun with this. What I mean? Well, what I mean is, like, Frieza's overall conception is all he got was actual defense added, no actual offensive ability. Everybody wanted his insanely broken passive to get even better. But since all you saw is the fact that he got... Oh shit, I should have been talking. Since all people saw that he got defense rather than offense, no one put any thought to it, and they're immediately claiming that he's a bad EZA. When in fact, the defense he's getting actually makes him one of the only... I think only, actually, extreme physical defenders. And he also just crit this guy for 3.4 million damage. So his SA 15, he actually does get a damage increase, because natural stats on SA to 15 now. Not only that, he's also part tank. And also, by being on the first side of the turn, he can ult early without needing full key. Like, and that's... It doesn't sound good on paper, but when you actually try him out, that's pretty damn broken. To say it's like 3-point-something million damage. Like, all right there, Frieza. Damn, I guess he wants to prove the haters wrong. Don't suck out for my favorite moderator in the sub. I'm glad to hear. I miss my time in the sub. It was a lot. I wouldn't say it's less stressful, but it was a lot less. I guess. Being in the focus of the crowd. I could just do shit and I didn't have to, like, explain why I did shit. Now it's like everything I do is like, why did this happen? I have to, like, tell everybody in depth why things are happening. God, I really want Super Buu to be on a turn with Frieza here, with Cooler on the same turn, so we can have Super Buu's passive buffing him, with Cooler giving perfect links, and then Frieza just to freaking annihilate everybody. I'm telling Gammon you have no proof. That's true. All evidence once the stream is over is basically just gone. Forever. And that's with Omega's passive starting to get active. He's still critting for 1.4 million. I think after Omega we'll probably stop though, because I mean, we kind of got the point. Frieza's good. I don't think we have to go through all of Bus Rush to get that point. Plus, I'm getting kind of hungry. One slightly nice cool thing is having both these Boos on the same team every so often is giving us that little metamorphosis, basically, Link, which is healing us for around 5-10% of our health every once in a while, including the damage they do. So with Frieza as the output damage dealer, matching and sometimes even going further than Cooler, with both the Boos on this is a pretty strong team. Like, I gotta admit, like, damn. This might be a contender for probably, of the at least the extremes. Like I was talking about earlier, like, which of the best extreme 120% leads is the best, but this might push them slightly above Janemba now. Especially now that they actually have a tanker. This extreme strength is all about tanking damage. Like, everyone at the damn team tanks damage, reduces damage, or some shit. And extreme physical is all about just blowing your shit up with no tankers at all. You finally add one to the mix, and damn, they good. Just go and watch an old live stream. You see that I'm talking. I'll edit it out. You can't? I can't. It's news to me. You actually can go back to a stream and edit it out. Because what happens is, when this stream finishes, it becomes... Oh, crap. I was too busy talking. I didn't put Frieza first. Oh, well. The stream then becomes what is basically an unpublished YouTube video. So, all the work of publishing a YouTube video is done already. You just have to click go live. So if I wanted to, I can go in and edit shit out, etc., like a normal video. But since I'm a lazy fuck, I just, you know, let it go. But streams just like a normal YouTube video. You could edit if you really wanted to. I mean, why would you? But it can happen. Cooler's a tank, though? Cooler is a tank. We're gonna use the word tank with quotes on that. He can reduce damage, yes. Can he reduce damage to the point where they're literally hitting you like you're tanking with Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta strength? No. And that's what makes him an actual tank. Oh, that's right, the live chat replay. I forgot about that thing. They added that just recently. So when you watch streams now, I believe the case is when you watch it, you get to watch the chat scroll on the side with it live. The only problem with that kind of is that's only on YouTube side. So if you're actually watching the stream, it'd probably be better to watch it, like, I guess, in the video format, because you're seeing Twitch and YouTube, rather than strictly YouTube. But yes, I do know what he's talking about now. Holy shit, perfect! Oh, we can't push Frieza the first turn, though! Omega's one of the only people who can lock you in. That is, until I don't have a Sensu Bean, so fuck me. Fine. If you're gonna be a dick about it, I'm gonna use a ghost on you. I was like, that'd been so cool to kill him that way. What are the chances with the guy we're fighting has the mechanic where you can't move the position your character's in? Screw you, Omega. That's bonkers. And Davke, what I'm talking about, though, is he's talking about like a live replay on it. So, like, if you're watching it, down in the YouTube chat section, you'd be seeing an actual live replay of the chat. But if you're watching the video, you get to see YouTube and Twitch at the same time. What I'm saying is, to do what you're saying, you have to go to Twitch and watch the same stream to watch Twitch chat at the same time, or YouTube. You can't do both at the same time, unless you have two tabs open. Well, why the hell would you do that? I'm gonna just reduce damage. I'm gonna try to get Frieza at the front of the turn. Yeah, it should be active on all streams now, I believe. I don't know when they enacted it, but it was only like a few weeks ago. It's a good ad, though. I mean, when people watch streams, if a streamer's not using like a chat thing like I am, we're actually showing it on screen, you can actually see what chat's saying, which is no fun. So adding this, I always thought that was a good ad, because then you can actually look down and see what people are replying to in chat. I don't know why it took YouTube so long to do this, but I mean, that's YouTube, so what are we gonna do? Why, YouTube? Why are you stealing our Christmas tree? Frieza, what the hell are you doing off rotation, you little shit? I'm doing all this stuff just for you to come on this turn. It's like, come on now. Quit cock teasing me. Get over here. Omega versus Omega. Be careful or you might sin. Holy sh... Oh, good job, Omega. Wasn't really expecting you to do that, but okay. Well done. Omega basically said fuck himself. Man, I want to stop the stream, but I can't decide. I guess we could do Gohan, because I wanted to end it with Frieza blowing somebody up. Instead Omega just like, fuck that. Boom. Do I play Fortnite? The world may never know. That a boy, Frieza. That's all I want to see. Boom goes the dynamite. Uh-oh, I hit a Twitch. I didn't hit a Twitch button. I hit a Nox button. Make it stop. I didn't mean to do it, Nox. Make it stop. Nope. I don't want to put an input key. Stop this at once. Nox, I didn't mean to do anything. Okay, thank God. Thought I was dead. Looks like you've hit the wrong button. Welcome to hell. Oh, sorry. Hey, Boo Tank says the special advantage in this fight. I was like, who the hell got the fight advantage? Out of nowhere, Boo Tanks. Thank God I'm here. I play Fortnite on the Nox player. I don't know why I do that, but yes, of course. I play mobile Fortnite on Nox, just to make it exceedingly difficult. I'm gonna laugh if freaking Boo Tanks just rocks him because of that special effect. Not too bad. Not too bad. I have heard of Derp Strats, and I don't have any opinion on him. I just know he exists. Funny story about Derp Strats. I've never banned him, but I went through my channel about a month ago, and I actually unbanned everyone who's ever been banned on my channel, because there was a list of about... I think the exact number was 126 people were banned. And I figured that since this channel's been active for about a year now, I would just give everybody a second chance. And I don't know who banned who, because I personally banned maybe 6 people in like lifetime on this channel, but I have like 6 or 7 mods, so they do a good job of cleaning shit up occasionally. But Derp Strats was on the banned list, so I just unbanned him. So apparently he was here sometime and got banned for something. As to what that was, I have no idea. Do I exist? Probably not. As far as I know, everyone's a figment of my own imagination. I'm just talking to myself in a room. I'm not actually even playing Dokkan right now. I'm just kind of banging my head mercilessly against a wall. Talking to my head through a stick. Pretending there's actually an audience listening. Any second now, the psych ward unit people are going to come through and give me my medication, and all of you voices in my head will go away. That doesn't narrow it down too much, because Renzi's been here quite a few times now. But yeah, I'm guessing, obviously he was here at some point. Somebody banned him for something. I wonder, did I hit that token? Probably not. Maybe. There's no other physical units, so there are some rainbow, though. Come on, Freezy, do it! You suck, Frieza. That token bar, literally, someone could lick it and it would hit the mark. Nice defense, though. Look at that right there. Ultimate Gohan, his final form. As strong as he is, just hit Frieza for 97. Get some, son. Also, my cooler wants some, too. Woohoo, baby! We are sending this boy to another... Uh-oh. Cooler. Turn on your defense mode. Uh-oh. We lived? Oh, we're not gonna live through this, though. If only Frieza would have Dokkaned. Looks at full... Wait, I crit killed him! I thought for sure I was dead! God damn it, I really wanted the excuse to stop the stream. Son of a bitch, are you kidding me? Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll keep going with that, then. What in the world? That was a bunch of junk. I could be sleeping right now. I remember him when the Truth stream showed him with his friends. Oh, wow. I still don't really honestly know who Derp Strats is. Like I said, the one time I remember him was he came in for something and somebody banned him. That's the extent of my knowledge. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's why I kept going, because Wu-Tang's had my back. Where do I live in the US? Yes, I live in Nebraska. I live in a field of corn. If I don't mind answering. I don't know what I'm answering, I'm sorry. I spaced out. Oh, if I live in the United States. Yes, I do. Also, damn. Frieza, wow. Wow, this is a full-on Frieza family fight. Golden Frieza versus Cooler, and Cooler's here like, I'm here too, I'm a movie character, remember me? That's right, all we need is one little extra thing. That's really nice too, because I can dedicate shitty orbs to Frieza, as long as he only needs his 3 ki. That's a fair trade, I'll allow that. He likes to insult, so he's banned for that. Well, what are you gonna do? I feel like I wouldn't say like I have thick skin, but I feel like I've actually gotten thinner skin over time. Like I used to have pretty thick skin when I first started this channel, but damn, the amount of crap I've had to put up in just a year's time. I feel like a beaten and worn man, just like after like a veteran in a war. It's like, oh, it's taking its toll. We mentioned Ichigo earlier, and like this stream I did around the same time, like way back in the day, that like had him come in and do like this whole bitching fit against me. I had all of his fans and shit emailing me for months, just like all the weirdest shit, like you should kill yourself, blah blah blah, you need to die, da 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 da, like these vaguely retarded death threats. And I've always said that death threats are retarded over the net because like I'm not like a fragile 14-year-old girl. I'm not gonna go cry to Twitter because somebody told me to kill myself over a shitty freaking email. And even to this day I don't care, but it's just like that stuff was annoying. It's like, it doesn't scare me, it's just the mass quantity of it that I got was just like, wow. For what reason? And why? One of them in particular was like, God damn, I can't remember what the thing was like, I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna, and he bleeped his own words, he's like, I'm gonna f you in your sleep, and like I sent like a response like, well, at least bring protection. At least want to like it. And then like he responded again with like, yeah, that's right, you're a little gay boy, you would like it. I'm like, well, I mean, you're offering me a good time. Who might have turned down a good time? He's like, dude. It's like, if most people knew how to handle trolls quotes, that stuff would stop right there, because obviously if you're in that situation as the other guy, you're not going to keep responding to me because it's not really doing anything except for getting like half retarded responses from me. So people online fall into the trap all the time where either A, they try to play victim online where like, oh, people are sending me death threats, I don't know what to do, or they want attention or something, because it's pretty easy to get out of those situations. Because you're not in any danger. An internet person sent you a mean email, like, oh no! One of my favorite ones when people used to be like, they're too afraid to leave their house. I'm like, are you freaking 11 years old? Like, these people that are threatening you are probably 11 years old. I wish to. Oh, that's right, he's Ent. Ah, damn. Oh, don't kill him then, crap. I want my Frieza to kill him. I want to end this guy with a bang. Omega, put the ball down. It's my real credit card, real name, date, birth, social security. You're not doing it right, man. You have to, like, start the email with some sort of, like, you are the 20,000th viewer of blah, 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 or congratulations, you've just won a da-da-da. Or in my case now, in the business email I use and the other email I use for, like, YouTube-type persona people that contact me, my favorite one is the ones where to be like, grow your following on YouTube or Instagram. I don't know why I get these Instagram ones. I don't even have an Instagram one, but it's like, we can guarantee that we'll increase your following by 100 people every week or something like that. Or it's like, become famous, blah, blah, blah today. I'm always just like, I don't want to deal with this shit more than I'm dealing with, so thanks. And I'm sure just like everything else, it's just another version of a scam. Like, if it's that easy to fucking grow a YouTube following and a follower on Twitter and all that crap, everyone would have a massive following. But I'm sure they use it on, like, people who just started out to, like, oh wow, I could skip all the bullshit and just have a massive following? Be the next PewDiePie? Sign me up. And press me, Frieza. 43 damage, excellent. Now blow him away. Not bad, 1.4 million, not bad at all. Oh, my eye is burning. Oh. All right, we're almost there. One to go. What time is it? All right, I don't have to work for a few hours still. I was like, I hope this is one of those streams where I haven't lost track of time and it's like 2 a.m. It's kind of weird to me, but does everybody else find that this Vegito fight in particular actually isn't that hard? Like, I guess it's supposed to be pretty damn difficult, but I mean, honestly, it's really not. Remember when I said it ended after Omega? I do too. Those were the good times. But now JX has become a filthy liar. Press F to pay respects. This is good days. It was only a couple hours ago, actually. He was such a good man then. He would never lie, and here we are. Something about my eyes? No, my eyes aren't actually bad for anything. It's just my eyes are burning because naturally when you're looking at a screen for a long time, your eyes just burn. I mentioned the Game Grumps earlier, but like Aaron was saying the same thing, is like every day, all day long, I look at nothing but screens. And when I close my eyes, that's all I see is the same burning in my eyes. And I'm like, I know that feel. I wish I didn't. Oh my god. I love this. I love that you asked if I've done a face reveal. If anybody here remembers the last tweet I did about the face reveal, it's people like this that make me do these random face reveals at random days every couple of months. It's become like a fun game at this point. It's a quite handsome young lad. 10 out of 10 would smash. Well, thank you. Kind of sounds something like an ant would give you as a compliment. JX is a very handsome young lad. He is, in fact, one of the most handsome young strapping lads I know. If I were a young female, I would totally smash that ass. Thanks, Auntie. I remember it. Thank you, Johan. I told you. I know. It gets a little weird how I do this, but I do, mostly everything I do is for a reason, for the most part. And it's not to make fun of anybody, it's just like to show people that when it comes to like psychological maneuvers people do, I'm typically pretty good at calling what's going to happen before it happens. That's alright, man, Arkrish. If you're lucky, you'll catch my next face reveal in a couple months, and I'll make the same statement I did then, and someone else will ask me the same question. JX is a good boy in my book? Good. A good boyo? It's a good boyo. Very good boyo. Very good. Man, I feel like I should heal, but it's just like every time Frieza comes up, I'm like, why bother? Frieza will probably end the fight before I have a chance to do anything. It was when I dyed my hair black 2 years ago? I know. That's one of my favorite pictures, man. I get nothing but compliments on that. And I will brag about that one a little bit. Like, I look really good in that photo. And the funny thing is, that was a shitty picture I took in the kitchen. When I look at it all the time, it's like, god damn. It's like, what a beautiful angle. I mean, just between most of us, because I'm sure most of the people in here watching are dudes, I hope. And if you're a chick, please don't be offended, but it's just like, I use that picture to basically, like, when some, like, chick's like, hey, man, what do you look like? I dash out the black-haired picture. It's like, yeah, what do you think? And it's just like, 1, 2, 3. Oh my god! I'm like, that's right. That's the reaction I was waiting for. It's like, I may play DBZ, but maybe I can rock your world. I just have to be in the mood for it. Or apparently it needs to be Halloween and I can dye my hair black. And that was actually only 2 years ago now, a year and a half ago. Wasn't this the same guitar riff they were using in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? It sounds familiar. I had no eyebrows in the picture? I don't even remember. Probably not. I probably do, it's just when I dyed my hair black, my eyebrows are like that light reddish shade, so they blend in with my face more. So when I have natural hair color, it matches my face, but with black hair, they're harder to see. That or a trick of the lighting, I don't know. Who knows? Like I said, I took that picture in the kitchen. I wasn't expecting, like, it to be like the picture I used everywhere. Look up JX Dokkan on Google, then click Twitter, then you'll see it. That's where I got it. Look, man. There's no easy cheat codes to this. Implying I use Twitter? Come on, man. I really do like Twitter, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's the easiest place for me just to, like, say things and then just leave. It's like, hey, this looks cool. Things like this. I come back, 50 people like this. I'm like, good enough for me. Everyone's happy, I'm happy, done. When it comes to streaming, it's like, you have to sit here for 4 hours and do this. It's like, ugh. Alright. Alright, let's see. Total item usage. So I went in with 6. I used about, let's see, we got 5 less of it. No, 6. Went in with 6? No. Yeah, 2, 4, 6. I went in with 8. I'm like, my god, am I retarded? It's basic math. So I went in with 8 items, and we used 6, leaving 2 left. So overall, for Boss Rush, the final difficulty, just a pure extreme physical team. I want to say that's not bad, because all full power Frieza needs now is the proper right category to go in, and the dude's basically, I want to say broken, but much stronger than people are giving him credit for. So if he gets the proper category, that dude's going to be miles away, like you're just the golden angel of the team. The golden angel, wow. I actually said that to be somewhat ironic, but he actually has the golden angel form. Congratulations, Frieza. And since we pulled we pulled Turtles, we pulled Broly, and we pulled the other leader. God damn. The polls went well, the stream went well, and Frieza went well. Too much shit went well, so I'll probably be hit by a car later. But anyways, we're gonna call that good here, because I'm sleepy. So, thank all of you for watching. I appreciate it. Oh, and before I end this, I have to do a little sponsorship stuff, thingy-babobber, you know, exciting things that I like too. But I actually believe in this stuff, so that's the only reason I do it, so let's do this real quick. If you want to check out my Twitter, it's in the description or wherever, down there in the chat below, you know, all that nonsense. But if you don't want to spend $8,452 trillion for stones, you can go to, as on the screen shown here, Limit Breaker Stones. You can find that by going over here and clicking on their, as always, our order form. You can buy their stones for probably a third of what Dokkan's charging us, which is currently, and I could have probably quoted around $51. Close. $50.50 for 90 stones. I mean, if you like being robbed at gunpoint, go for it. But if you don't like being robbed at gunpoint, but still like doing pulls, I would recommend using them, because they're probably one of the only third-party store recommendations I actually trust. And if you're around here often, you know how hard it is for me to trust somebody, so I say that at least says something for them as a business. But beyond that, yeah, if you want better stones, go there. If you don't, well, then I don't blame you. It's Dokkan. But as always, thank all of you for watching, and until next time, I will see you later. Farewell now.